Welcome back to what episode is this one? I don't think I actually changed it. Now that I'm thinking about it, I did not change it. It's not session 3. It's session 4. Eh, same, similar numbers, can't tell the difference half the time. That's fine. That's fine. But yes, it is session 4. We're just gonna continue on with the same title as always, just because I think you could look at this as like a part 2 to what is going to be happening. Um, but yeah, I will let you know another player of ours will be coming in a little bit late, probably around 7:30 roughly, maybe, hopefully, maybe. Hope it's a big hopefully. We would like her to be here. But yeah, a little recap for everybody. Last session we were having a lot of technical issues, a lot of which came from me being dumb, to which I'm not going to make that mistake again. Uh, but last session, especially since a lot of it was not seen, I will let you all know the players got to go through a lot of things. Got to talk to the mayor again. Got to get the money that they were given. 2 maps, a couple that they weren't given just because they weren't going to be useful. Which, yeah, that's just because I couldn't come up with anything more original than that. Saying, you don't need this. Which, reality is, yeah, they didn't need it. Past that, what else was there? What else was there? Then they went to a couple of shops, at least 2. They got to meet Crick, who is my adorable little baby. That is my little baby girl. I never really fully described her, but if you guys are ever in the Walking Fish or anything like that, or even follow me on Instagram, which if you guys want to, you definitely can. I have drawn Crick multiple times throughout the years that I've played her. She was originally just a water genasi, but then we made her story and her whole family a little bit more interesting. So she is actually a water genasi tiefling. So yes, the players did get to see a water genasi, visibly water, with horns, which I failed to mention that. That is on me. I suck at describing things, especially when I get so hyped into what is going to be happening. So they got to meet Crick and No Gain. No Gain is my fiance's character, who is an Aasimar. And they both work together in a shop, which is a weapon mastery shop, where it was a lot of basic weapons. Had a character that was asking about, is there anything that could be added? To which No Gain was like, I can't really add magic to this. That's not my suit that I do. I just make things sharper, make things prettier, and I make things. That is his deal. Crick, on the other hand, just sells it because that's usually what she's good with. And alongside that, trading. She likes trading with things because she likes people having good things. To which,
Uh,
oh,
I'm probably gonna have to very briefly leave in case you're starting like now, essentially.
I forgot to do that. Oops, it's all good. Um, but likewise, uh, everybody got to talk with everybody for a little bit, and so on. And then what else was happening? They went over to Raven's shop, which is a herbalist and potion shop. Uh, so there was that. They got some good stuff from it, some potions. Evelyn's character got some poison as well, which was very interesting, and those two had a little conversation. Past that, they were heading over to the shop that actually has a lot of magical items, a lot of which are like normal kind of magical items, like magical armor, so on and so forth. You know the whole gist of D&D. Uh, then past that, they didn't get too far into that, but they did learn one key little thing about this. There is magic attached to that door that they could not open, which was an arcane lock. So, likewise, we will be meeting the players, which will happen right about guess now. Oh, I got to adjust someone real quick. Let me do that. Whoops, not that. That was not who I was trying to adjust. Let me just whoop. I made a new one because of stuff. So yep, we have everybody here. Everybody's all good. But let us meet the players. And let me just whoop. Hello.
Hi.
Hello. How is everybody?
Pretty good. Evelyn's gonna be away for a minute.
Okay. That is perfectly okay. I already know Leanne's gonna be a little bit late, about roughly an hour. I know it's been less than that, so probably
Yeah,
close to
a
40
little while
minutes.
yet.
Yeah, which is okay. The next part is mostly just meeting some people, which that is fine. Would you guys like a recap as well?
It's not a bad idea.
Okay. So I already gave stream a little bit of the rundown, but you guys were last left off at the mayor's place. You guys woke up. Uh, his chef gave you guys some food, and then the mayor came in, forgot you guys were here for a moment, and talked to you all for a short period of time. Got his food. He went back to his office. Y'all checked out the bulletin board for a moment, and then you guys got called back to the mayor, and he gave you some gold, and alongside that, two maps, one of which is mostly just a general layout of every city, town, village, so on and so forth, and their names. And alongside that, you got a second map that laid out like creatures, dragons, all the likings, but obviously some of those do change a little bit because creatures move. So you guys got that, and then I think you guys were told about the travelers market area. So you guys went there. You guys initially went past Ravens and you noticed that it was very busy. So you went into Crick's shop. You got to meet Crick, who's my child, along with No Gain. Talked to you a little bit. Evelyn got a cloak that was traded to Crick that Crick very much did not know much about. And yep. And then after that, you guys went over to Raven Shop because it died down a little bit. You guys got to talk to her, learn a little bit about her, especially, like I said, Evelyn got to learn a little bit about how Raven runs her stuff and the fact that she knows a lot about poison. Maybe concerning, maybe not. Maybe it's just someone who is passionate about something. Who knows? And then you guys went to the shop that can add magic to items, but also just sells regular magical items as well. Couldn't get the door open, but then you heard on the other side someone running over, opening the door immediately, and letting you guys in, and placed a item in front of the door. That way it would not move. And she told you something about a wizard and an arcane lock. I think that's about right where you guys ended.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah. Yep. I don't know too much about where some other people are, but that is a-okay. So yep, you guys are now in. Oh, what's her shop? Oh, wait, I have it in my notes. So yeah, quick things about what. Where is it? Wrong page. About the shop that you guys are now in. Yep. I remember describing how it looked, where it was a very standout-ish kind of building. Like, it was blue. I remember, I think the house was like blue, and then this the roof was something else. I can't quite remember too much. It's been a while, and that day was hectic because of the technical stuff. Everything should be okay. But yep, you guys are currently standing in the shop that let's see. Trying to think. I would probably say a couple you might have seen it when you guys were walking up. But the shop's name is Diana's Magical Creations.
Hello, I'm back.
Hello.
Oh, hey.
I was just giving them a rundown, and I was telling them what the shop's name was that you guys are currently in.
I still can't believe you offered me a legendary magic item.
Hey, that's Crick not knowing too much about it. But now you're in a shop that really has stuff in it.
Good lord, no.
And its actual price, too, because I made sure. I was not goofing around this time. But, yep, like I said, you're standing in the shop, and it's the same thing as a lot of the other shops. It looks small on the outside, but the inside, huge. But on top of that, I think I also remember just saying the lights are unique to their color. Like, they're different colors altogether. Like, there's some blue, some reds, purples, and it's kind of going all around the shop perimeter. And a couple other little things that you would notice is there's like different kinds of let me say, like, they look like what would be lamp shades, but you know how they would put candles and all that in them. But they're also very unique. They're not the standard kind of lamps at all. They're like different designs at all that have little holders in them where you put candles in. And a couple of them actually also look like plants too for some reason. Like, it's weird. It's a very weird shop. But you also would notice there's, on the left-hand side, there is what looks like a giant case with, at least from the distance, what looks like little metal items in them. You could probably gauge those are rings. Alongside that same wall, you would also notice cloaks as well, along with like a couple pieces of what looks just like regular, I think they're called gauntlets, but they don't, some of them aren't metal looking. Some of them also just look like hide as well.
Right.
And then on the right-hand side, you would see some more armor. A couple of them have signs above them that are in common that says "not for sale." Alongside that, there are, let me look through my list. Let's see. You'd also see like a couple weapons as well, like a couple swords that, compared to what was in Crick's shop, vastly different. And very uniquely designed as well. Like, you could tell those are no ordinary swords, blades, and so on and so forth. Like, this is definitely the magic shop.
All right. So Oric will go take a look at the rings.
Okay. And you see the lady that had let you in. I think I said she was I can't remember what she was. I think she was a halfling. I'm gonna say she's a halfling. But you see her walking back behind the little area, so that she's able to open and let you see the rings more closely. And she's just like, I am so sorry about all that. That whole door situation has been a pain in my butt for a couple weeks now. I don't know.
Oh, it's no trouble.
Yeah, it not been fun trying to get to the door quickly and tell people, no, we're not closed. We're having issues, you know, and they walk away. But I got to you guys quickly. Are there any rings that you had any ideas about getting?
Would you happen to have a ring that could store magic?
Store magic. I did. I definitely did for a moment. She kind of looks over to the sides a little bit. She's like, damn. I see the spot that it was in. Shit. I'm definitely gonna have to get in contact with my buddy for that one. Fuck. I knew I had one. But looks like I don't anymore. But I definitely...
That's alright. Could I place a hold on it, perhaps, whenever you acquire one again?
Oh, yes, of course. And you see her pull out a little notebook from her side pocket. And she takes a little quill as well that she had and just writes down, hold this ring. And she stops and she's like, what's your name?
I am Auric.
Auric. Okay. She writes down Auric. She's like, okay. Thankfully enough, no one has been wanting to see that, since every single time I tell them that, they're immediately like, whatever, I don't need it. But I will keep that close to me. But if there's any other rings that you would like, I have a whole bunch. Some of which I wish I could get rid of, but no one really wants them for some reason. It's sad. I think
May I
it's
see?
fun. Yeah. She puts the one set down and she brings up the one that was right next to it off to the on the right hand side. She's like, these ones are my more common ones that some people want, but there's been a couple that people don't want. And she points down to the end. She's like, these ones are my rings of invisibility. You would think all the people that come in, they look like rogues. I can tell they're rogues. They don't want it. I think they're dumb. I keep telling them, you might want it. It could help you. But they don't want it. But they also tell me it's expensive, which I don't blame them. I don't blame them for that one. It's expensive, but it's the price it is. Let me see. She's kind of looking over at the ring some more. She's like, well, she picks ones up. And you can see that the ring itself is silver, but the gem on the inside looks like it's like someone bubbled up a little bit of water and placed it in there. She's like, I know of a couple people that like this ring. It's my water walking ring. I kind of almost sell out of it sometimes. But so far no one really wants it because too many people lose it.
I imagine that'd be quite useful. How much would it be?
Currently I have it for 200 each.
I see.
Yeah. But
Whatever rings do you have?
Oh, right. And she pulls up another one. She's like, this one is just one for feather falling. That way you don't get hurt. Because you never know if you might accidentally fall from somewhere high or you accidentally get pushed off something and you just want to make sure that you're safe. This one's really fun. I only have kids that like playing with it and then they bring it back to me. Because I make sure that they make a promise. That and a couple other things. She laughs to herself. That never gets old. This one is just 160. But she just puts it back and she's like, like I said, I got a couple others. And some of them are just basic rings that if you want magic attuned to it, I can try. I'm not the greatest at it. But I can always give it a shot.
Yes, mainly I was just looking for a spell or a ring I could store magic in myself.
Yeah, that one, even if I tried, I feel like I could mess it up. She kind of looks off to the side. And you can see a door that is open. And it's very dark down there. She's like, if my mom was any better, she would definitely be able to do it for you. She's way better than putting in any kind of health to it. And I was just like, if only. But
Oh, is she unwell?
yeah, she came down with something about a month or so ago. I mean, I've been trying to get someone to help me with it, but a lot of people, they're like, I can only do so much, and I've asked damn near every cleric I could find. They all say the same thing. I wish I could, but can't toy with death or something like that. And I'm like, come on, you could do something.
My condolences.
Yeah. I mean, every couple of days, she seems like she gets better. She's able to walk. She's able to talk. She's able to move a little bit.
I'm not here, right?
I think by now you probably would have probably come through.
Toying with death.
Yeah. That's why I'm just trying to get some money so I can take her somewhere. I only know of one place, and that's a distance. And trying to get a horse, and carriage, and all of that is so expensive. You see her just rest her head in her hands, and she just kind of shakes her head. Either way. Until then, I'm getting close to what I need. But if there's anything else, I have a whole bunch of other items through here. I got a couple of gauntlets to help. There's a couple of random stuff in the middle. And I haven't taken a good look at what I'll have again.
Personally, I think I'll be waiting until that ring is available. Would anyone else like something?
Evelyn? More?
Oh, terribly sorry.
It's okay.
Uh,
Would you like anything from the magic shop?
no, I got my fill last session.
All right.
Well, that's okay. Like I said, if there's anything, I will definitely try and tell you what I got. But yeah.
All right. Well, I'm trying to stay conscientious of our budget.
Oh, you got a budget.
Indeed.
I don't blame you. Every traveler through here has a certain amount that they can't spend, and they come through here and they're like, "Oh, what's something that you got that I can get?" And I'm like, "Well, it depends. What you need?" And I tell them, I'm like, "I have it, but I don't think you like the price." And they get sad. I don't blame them. Heck, I had someone that wanted this. What was it? She looks behind her, off to the side, down below. She's like, "I have this deck. Trust me, it's not that deck. It's the deck of wonder. I've had so many people, they want that thing. And I tell them how much, and they're like, no." I'm like, I don't blame them. 400 gold, that's a lot. I don't blame them. But it's almost one of a kind.
I can understand why it'd be so expensive. I've heard stories of its power.
Yeah, I've heard so much, in the fact that I was given it. Well, not really given it. Obviously, pay for it. But I've been trying. Not many people want it. I've even...
I may well come back for it if I'm in a position to.
Ooh. And by all means, I'll keep you in mind, especially if I have one person in particular that wants to be an ass about it still. She kind of frowns as she thinks about the person. Actually, the person that wanted that deck fucked with my door. Jackass.
Really?
Yeah. He was asking about it. This was like a while ago. Same time. He wanted it. I told him how much. He was like, "Oh, are you sure? It's really not worth it." He tried to haggle me for it to be 100 gold. It's like, no, it is not worth 100 gold. He got mad. He was like, "Oh, you'll never be able to sell customers ever again." He left, and all of a sudden, I hear just a lock sound. And I look over at my door, and I'm like, okay, that could be bad. then, this was when my mom was very much more lively. She came over and she was like, "Darling, how can you not see it?" I was like, "What you mean, Mom?" She's like, "That jackass just put arcane lock on our door." I was like, "You can see that?" She's like, "Yes, I can see it." So we've been trying to get that shit fixed.
I'd be careful of that one. You never know just how far some of these people will go.
Oh yeah, it doesn't happen too often. He used to be good. He used to be a good sport about things, but he's becoming so frugal about his gold. Even though he has, oh my goodness, a whole bunch. I know it. I've seen what he spends it on. Dumb stuff all the time. It's always the books that he wants. I need this spell book, this spell book. I need them all. He's willing to shell out so much for it. Yet, Deck of Wonder, nope. Doesn't want to spend it. If he ever comes back, I swear I'm gonna do something. Don't know what, but I'm gonna do something.
Well, do what you must.
But
Kron, did you wish to purchase anything?
Oh, he just shakes his head. He's not trying to speak.
she kind of
Alright.
she looks over and sees you, and she's just like, "Oh, I haven't seen one of you in a while." When I was younger, my mom used to take me close to this area that had a whole bunch of you guys. It's quite fascinating.
He just eyes her a little bit, but he's so tired right now. He doesn't want to think about it.
Family life is family life, and I don't blame people for not being up for things. But if you guys ever do come back, stuff will still be here. Probably with more things, maybe, hopefully. Who knows? And hopefully we have that damn door fixed.
Well, best of luck. I do imagine we'll be back at some point.
Oh, I hope so. I hope to see more people that I recognize. Yep. I'm guessing you guys just head out.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Okay. So, yep, you guys leave, and as you guys do leave, the door still stays propped open, and you see a little halfling bring out another item, another box, as she sets it off to the other side of the door, close to where it latches together, just in case. And she kind of sits on it, and she pops out a book. She just starts reading as you guys leave. But, yep. Is there anywhere else you guys would like to go? Anything else that seems interesting?
I believe that should be all the preparations we need.
I was gonna look for an apothecary, but yeah.
Oh, you can still do that if you'd like.
Nah, it's not. It's not that. It's not that necessary for real.
Okay. I mean, if anything, you guys can always check back with Ravens, because she's basically the herbalist potions person that would have probably what you might need.
Yeah, nah, it's all good.
Okay. So yeah, you guys head back through. The area is starting to crowd up just a tiny bit. But you don't see anything like too out of the ordinary with some of these people. A lot of chit-chatting, a lot of people excited to be in this spot. And as you come through, you also see a rather small crowd of people quite near the mayor's area, where the town hall is. And it's fairly small. You see a couple guards that seem to be talking to them. And you also see the mayor come out from the door for a moment. And he also seems to be talking to them. He's using his hands to kind of gesture to things. But
Oh, is there some sort of commotion?
That's up to you if you guys want to get closer to it and see what's up.
I'll go take a look.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So you guys kind of get up closer, and as you get closer, you hear a lot of people saying kind of similar things where they're asking a lot of questions about stuff, and it's almost hard to tell because a lot of people are saying things all at the same time, but you can hear the mayor kind of just going, hey, just relax, guys, everything will be okay, you have really nothing to worry about, everything's gonna be fine. And as he's looking around, he sees you guys and he's just motioning, like, come here, like really hurriedly, like, come to me, please. I'm guessing you guys would get closer.
Yeah.
Okay. So you guys make your way through, and you're basically on the steps, very much close to him. And he's just like, these people are kind of upset about something. Actually, let's just head in. That way they don't hear too much. And he opens the doors for you and motions for everybody to get in quickly.
All right, I'll head in.
So he closes the door behind you, and he takes in a sigh of relief, and you see his shoulders slump a little bit. He's like, holy crap, these people. I don't know how they heard of this, but for some reason, someone told him that there is a possibility that shit is going to happen. They're not telling me what it is, but they're saying, oh, is this gonna happen? Is this happening? Talking about so many things, and I'm like, I don't even know what they're saying. And he seems a bit distressed a little bit. Like, he's visibly kind of concerned for what these people know.
Oh, was there anything we can do?
I mean, unless you guys know how to calm them down and tell them, hey, you guys have nothing to worry about, or even figure out what they know. Because they're not telling me. They're just throwing out questions like, is a dragon going to do this? Or is a war happening? Or so many different things. It's like, what's the story? But if you guys want to give it a shot, be my guest. Because right now it's small, but I feel like it could get big. Because people are going to notice. And I just don't want someone to get hurt.
Well, I suppose we can go try to address their concerns.
Thank you.
Hmm.
That would be much appreciative, and I will give you stuff for this as well. Because this is just so much, and it's so hard to focus on paperwork and whatnot.
And imagine so.
Yeah. Once you guys are able to get it situated, I'll come back because I'll hear it die down. And he starts heading down to his office, and you just hear the stepping of his shoes as he gets further and further away from you. You guys are just gonna head back.
I suppose we'll head back out to the crowd.
Mm.
Okay. So you guys do. And you do notice there's been a couple more people that have come a little bit closer. But they're more of just seeing what's going on. They're not really too, like, into it at the moment. But as you overhear some of these people talking, the mayor was not lying. It's hard to tell what people are saying. Because you hear people left and right asking questions about dragons, wars, fires, concerns about this and whatnot, and it's very confusing. It's really hard to tell why these people are worried about nothing.
I suppose Orin will clear his throat and just say, hello, I am here on behalf of the mayor to address any concerns you may have, if you would state them clearly.
You do that, and everybody goes very quiet. and they're all looking at each other, kind of like who's gonna say it first. And you hear a couple people actually even say that they're like, "Are you gonna say anything?" Or, "No, I'm not gonna start anything, not yet." It's a lot of murmuring, but you see this one gentleman come up, and he's just another human, dressed very casual. He steps up and he's just like, "Well, we've been told, or at least we heard rumors, that there's been issues going around, not just here, but like in one of the other cities. Is that true? Like, are we gonna be next? Because I mean, I got a wife and children. I don't want there to be trouble here."
We have no reason to believe that that is true at this time.
And a lot of them hear that and they're kind of just like still murmuring. And the guy who stepped up also looks at the others. He's like, "Yeah, but we've been told that something happened, though. I mean, we're not too sure what. But if you're saying that everything's fine, I mean, like, how much should we believe you, though?"
I'm afraid the current state of Eltrion is a delicate matter, but rest assured it is being addressed, and that you are in no danger.
As soon as you say that part, the murmuring kind of gets a little louder, where they're just like, "Eltron, oh my goodness, oh my goodness." And it's a lot of whispering at this point. And you see the man in front of you kind of just. You can see that he's pondering about what to say next. But before he gets the chance to speak, another person steps up and puts his hands on his shoulder and kind of scoots him down a little bit. He's like, "Are you certain that everything is fine, per se? Like I said, how really do we know? For all we know, they could be all destroyed right now. They could all be dead. All those innocent people could be gone. How do we know? There's nothing that we've heard from them. At least, not that the mayor has told us. The mayor won't tell us anything. Besides, everything's fine. We haven't even seen the royal family for years. They always come around. Where have they been?"
I understand your concerns, and I wish they could be addressed more clearly, but we are working on it.
For that, what kind of roll is that? That's a. I'm gonna say. Give me a persuasion check real quick.
All right. Let's see. Is there a dice spot here? Oh, here. I have a physical d20. Oh boy, that's in that one
Oh no.
for a total
Oh
of 7.
dear.
Yeah, you say
So,
that,
like,
but
as he's saying this, he's got like 1,000-yard stare.
yeah,
Mm.
that man kind of triggered a little bit of something in you, but they kind of catch on. They're like, how truthful is this man being? And the voices kind of rise a little bit more, and more people start to gather around as they're hearing all this happening. And a lot of them are now kind of joining in as well. They're all kind of like, "What do you mean by Eltron? What's going on?"
Auric will turn to the rest of the party and kind of a hushed voice say, "If anyone else wants to step in, that would be an excellent time."
I shall step in.
Thank you.
Okay.
In the veil, in the disguise of essentially someone in Elteron garb or whatever. Basically, someone who is visibly like somewhat high status from Elteron,
Okay.
and like come around the corner. I come bearing a message. The state of things in Elteron is not of concern. situation is calm and all is well. This wonderful place has nothing to worry about.
Okay.
I'm going to make. Nah, could I make a deception? for
Yeah.
that?
Yeah, if you want it.
Okie dokie. That is. Yeah, that's a. That's actually not too bad. That's a 14.
Okay. You say that, and some of the people that did crowd around, they hear that first, and immediately you can tell that they look more calm. Those people that started joining in, they look more visibly calm. They're like more relaxed. They're like, okay, this person's telling the truth. And the two people that stood up closer, you can tell that they start to relax just a little bit. They kind of look at each other, and you can see they're kind of thinking. And some of the people behind them even start to relax a little bit as well. And you hear the murmurings turning from those of worry to those of, that person sounds correct. Maybe everything is fine. I mean, we still haven't heard from them, but everything should still be fine. You hear a lot of that going about, and the group starts to slowly dissipate over time to where there's only like maybe a couple people still standing, still talking to each other. But as soon as you do that, the door opens and you see the mayor pop his head out, and he looks to the side and kind of over you guys. And he's like, "Oh, thank the gods. I thought that was gonna turn really bad. Thank you. Thank you so much for that. I knew if we didn't get that under control, then people really were gonna start coming into the halls and really starting shit. And I don't need that. Again." But nonetheless, I do owe you guys something for that. To which he steps more out, closes the door, and he messes with a pocket in on his pants, and he brings out another pouch, and with that he brings out another sealed like scroll that has a red ribbon attached to it. He's like, and the pouch is, and he's kind of doing the calculations in his head. He's like, that should have been 100 gold. 100 gold for you. And
Thank you.
and the scroll, it has new updated names of people that, if you do meet them, highly important if you get to talk to them. Because I swear, they have helped a lot of us out. Not just Eltron, but Theabus and a whole bunch of other villages around. And it's updated, like I said, has new names on there because I found some people that were not put in the original one. But it's very important that, well, kind of important. Don't have to have it, but it would be good, just in case. And he hands the pouch over. And he's just like, hopefully this will help. I don't know how many people or the stores that you saw, but a lot of those people generally care about the well-being of the travelers. So hopefully they gave you some good stuff.
Yes, they've been remarkably helpful.
Yeah, especially I know, hopefully Raven was. I know she could be a bit of something. Bit overly sarcastic at times.
She was cooperative enough, I'd say.
Yeah, she's just like her mother at times. One and the same. But so who's gonna be taking the pouch and the scroll?
I guess I'll hold on to it since I'm carrying the rest of the party's shared stuff.
Okay. So you both do that, and he looks at you guys one more time, and he's just like, whatever happens out there, and he kind of motions to past the wall. He's like, whatever happens out there, please come back as soon as you guys can once you have everything situated. If you learn of anything, try to let me know, even if that means you gotta wait until everything's done. I would love to know how everything goes. Hell, I would even love to know if the royal family's still alive. That would be amazing. I know that's low chance, but you never know. They could still be out there. But also, if you ever come across someone that needs help, just so you have enough people on your side in case shit goes wrong, try to help them. I know plenty of travelers I say that to and they just blow me right off. And they don't help anybody. They're just trying to do their own thing. And I don't blame them. They
I'll
have...
do whatever I can to help people.
I'm glad. I just want to make sure everybody is safe in this world. I know I only have so much control, but I try to make sure everybody's safe and sound, no matter where they're at. But, yep. He kind of turns and he heads back inside the town hall. And like I said before he leaves, he just waves at you guys and he's just like, be safe and hopefully everything goes well in your path.
Thank you. I hope to return soon with good news.
Yes. Good news. And as that, he closes the door behind him. So now you guys are free to do whatever.
Do
Orc does
you
some mental math and actually realizes something. We could actually afford that Deck of Wonder now, but it would take essentially all of our remaining funds, so I'm not about to do so without checking in. I do believe it would be incredibly useful.
I trust your judgment is fine, said Ori.
Very well. Eluin, have you anything to say on this subject?
Nothing in particular. It could be useful, but it's always good to have some cash on hand, so to speak.
Indeed. Well, I'll be spending some of my personal reserves on this as well, but very well, I do think it is a good idea.
Okay.
And
So
do
let's
not
head back to that
worry,
shop.
do not worry, other friends, because should we ever become too light on funds, as long as you are permitting me to look the other way, it will not be too much of an issue.
I would greatly prefer that we not stoop to such things, but, well,
Not like that ever stopped Oleander.
let's cross that bridge when we come to it.
Okay. So you guys are gonna head back to Diana's shop?
Yeah.
Okay. So you guys make your way back down the Travelers District area. And it's a lot more full than last time you guys were here. It almost seemed like more people decided they wanted to come through here again. And like I said, as you pass through, you see Raven's shop off to the right. More people have swarmed in. It is almost like max capacity over there. You look over at some of the other shops. You see still the same amount of people at each one. With Crix, you actually see a couple more people in her shop now. And you also see a little bit of no gain talking to someone about some sword and he seems very intrigued with what's going on. But as you make your way through, you come back to Diana's shop, and you don't see her sitting on the makeshift chair that she had with the box anymore. But you also see at least a couple more people inside. And it seems like the shop is now getting not too busy, but like I said, there's just like a couple people. But you can easily
Mhm.
get in and not be crowded.
Well, that's good.
Yeah. So you make your way in. Careful not to knock the box over. Make your way in, and you see you're talking to a young gentleman, and you see them kind of discussing one of the items. Let's see. You can kind of see that it looks like a circlet. It's hard to tell what it is since they're mostly kind of hovering over it, but you can see that it looks like a circlet. They seem really deep at the moment to discuss it, but you see her eyes kind of drift over to you guys for a moment, and she kind of just goes, like, she mouths just, you can see her saying one moment, okay, like, and she has like
Or nods.
she has like a little bit of a smile, but she goes right back to the discussion. But yeah, if you guys want to look around, you definitely can, or if you just want to wait, that's also fine.
Yeah, Oracle just wait in line.
Okay. Evelyn, Mar?
Now that we're back, I'll probably like look in like, is there like a version of like a bargain bin or something?
Like a bargain, like, bin kind of thing?
Yeah.
You see like a little basket that has like a couple small items in it. For the most part, a lot of them are just like rings, but they don't seem as like lavish as the ones that are in the case. Alongside like what's others? What's some other things? Like a couple like small daggers that also seem much more unique in shape and design as well.
Hmm. I mean, I'll take a look at some of those.
Okay. So as you do take a look, there's like little like what are they?
Like letter openers and stuff.
Uh Probably, yeah. Like I said, some of them have like I'm just trying to remember what they're called. The little things that sometime will tell you how much or what the item is. I can't remember.
Price tags.
Yeah, like makeshift price tags almost. And a
Hmm.
couple of them just say like, oh, like 50 gold, 80 gold. There's like one or two that are just saying 20 gold.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to see it one of the 20 gold ones.
Okay. So you pick up the first one,
Mhm.
and it's it's very pretty. Like, it's definitely not one that you would normally see, but let me just look something up real quick. Let me see. Oh, not that button. There we go. Okay, not that one. I'm just trying to make sure I know how much these should be. Okay. So you see one.
Mhm.
Like, say you're looking at it. And it's like a silvery ring, and the stone on the inside is almost just looks like a regular old rock stone almost. It's almost like someone switched it out almost, but at the same time, it almost kind of fits at the same time. It's like, that kind of
Hmm.
actually works for what it is. But on the little tag, it says 20 gold, and then on the back side of it, it just says, instead of that, it just says warm.
Warm.
Yep, just says warm.
Yeah, they like it. They're picking it up.
Okay.
They're gonna wait in line next to Oric
Gotcha.
and like dangle it in front of him.
Okay. Evelyn, was there anything you wanted to do?
Nothing comes to mind.
Okay. Yeah. If that's the case, then after a while, the gentleman, kind of leaves, and you can see he doesn't take the circlet with him, and you see the halfling lady just kind of putting it back in its spot in the little case area, and she looks up at you all and just goes, "Oh, you're back so soon. Just not expecting y'all to be here."
Hello, yes. Our funding has increased somewhat, and I figured I'd come back and purchase that deck.
Oh, the deck! That is so wonderful. I am so happy that someone's finally getting it. Not like I was, trying to get rid of it, but if I get rid of one, I was told I could get more. And I would like some more. At least they say it will get more.
With any luck, that one individual will leave you alone now.
Yeah, hopefully. Unless he decides to be an ass and try more shit, but like I said, I have a few tricks up my own sleeve as well. But she says that, but she bends over and you see her bring out this really beautiful, like, deck. And it's in, like, a little case. Let me look this up just to make sure. This should be... I'm actually just gonna make this easy for myself. I wonder if there's any actual official art of it. Okay, there kind of is. I like this one. This one's pretty. It
Yeah,
doesn't.
isn't it like
Hmm?
ivory? Aren't they like ivory?
I mean, there's like no visual art of it besides one that just shows what the card looks like. But I'm gonna say like the actual box that it's kept in is this beautiful like purple to pink gradient that has the words Deck of Wonder, and there's like these beautiful like like design on it as well, that each where it goes up at the top, it makes a I feel like the best way to describe it is similar to what uh the little spiral thing I have over or under my icon is. It's very similar to that.
Hmm.
But you see that, and it almost feels like it's glowing just a little bit. Like has a small glow. And she's just like, she places it down. She's like, I've been so excited for someone to have this. This is absolutely amazing. Oh, awesome.
All right. Warwick will hand over 400 gold, a mixture of his own and the party's funds.
Okay. Hold on. Just don't forget your mayor thing. Your
Oh, the mayor coupon?
Yeah, you guys still have it. Works everywhere.
Yeah. I almost didn't want to bring it up since the shopkeeper's having so many issues with the Everguide demanding a discount.
I mean, that's up to you if you want to or not. I'm not gonna persuade you.
I don't think Orc will, at the least. Anyone else can bring it up if they'd like.
Okay. I'm gonna assume everybody's just kind of like, no.
We do have a gift from the mayor.
She looks over and she's like, oh, the mayor? Oh.
I believe it's something designed to get a discount on various things in shops around the city.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he doesn't give that out too often. I mean, yeah. I'm not gonna say no to it. I mean, came from the mayor himself. So, yeah. Let me just, and she kind of thinks for a second. She's like, let's see. Mayor's discount. Okay. Instead of 400, we'll just say she kind of starts like moving just a little bit, like she's thinking. She's like, I'm gonna think. Let's do 360 gold. That sounds fair.
That seems more than fair.
Yeah. I mean, and you guys seem very nice and not pushy about some things. And you guys actually seem genuinely interested in what I have. And I adore that. I like it when people actually like to know things. That one gentleman, he seems so interested in that circlet of blasting, and I wish I could have given it to him any cheaper, but money's money. But for you guys, mayor's discount obviously applies. So just 360.
Alright. So he puts a little bit of money back.
Okay. She just takes the 360 and she kind of looks at it a little bit. You kind of almost see her own eyes. She has these dark green eyes, but you see them kind of start to glow a little bit. And then after a moment, it dies down. She's like, yep, that's 360. Thank you. And you see her pull out, or actually, she just opens a crate that's on the floor. And you just see her pushing all of it into the crate. You hear all of it kind of like landing on other coins as well. And after she pushes it all in, she closes it. You just hear a snap. It's like, there we go. She pushes the deck towards you guys. She's like, this is now yours. Hopefully I don't hear too much trouble from it, because I usually do. Because usually people figure out that sometimes it comes from me.
Yes, well, we'll be as careful with it as we can.
I think you guys will. I trust you guys to not use it for silly things. I've heard too many people who have, and that was not fun watching that happen. I had someone buy, not from me, but this was years ago, from my own mother. They bought the deck of many things. Oh, not worth
Oh
it.
dear.
Yeah, that poor guy's soul got sucked. Sucked right out of him. His poor friends. They were just flabbergasted that happened. They didn't know what to do. And then they had a fit. They were like, well, you have to fix this. And we're like, we can't fix it. The deck does what it does. Can't control it.
Yes, the burden of risk is rather on those who choose to draw from it.
Yeah, but we also warned them, like, this is not a good idea to buy. It's also why we didn't want to sell it. Because we have items that we have. We don't like selling it. We have two that we don't want to sell. One of which that I got a hold of, and I don't want anybody to have it. You see her kind of looking over to the rings area. She's like, I don't think I'll ever sell that thing. It's too dangerous. But that deck, in my opinion, is a rather nice one from what I've seen.
Yes, I'm sure it'll be of much use.
Yes.
Kron, it looks like you found something there.
And slam the worm ring on the table. Well, not slam. I heavily placed the worm ring on the table.
Oh, that ring. I remember. I've had that thing for so long, no one wanted it. It was one of my first items that I ever got to enchant magic with. For the most part, the only thing it does is just warm you up, especially if you're in a cold area. Whoever wears it, they feel their whole body kind of warm up, even if they're wearing next to nothing. It's like their whole body's just warm. It's really all it does. So if you ever have to go somewhere cold, at least you'll be warm.
Yeah, I take I take the 20 gold pieces I have on my person and no question, just buy that.
Oh, okay, yeah. Not many people like taking from that basket. That's usually all the things I've worked on. She kind of nervously chuckles. She's like, there's one person that I regret having someone take one. I've heard too much. But she takes the gold pieces and she puts it into the crate. She's like, well, at least you guys didn't get that one bad ring.
Mm.
I regret that.
That's it. I chuckle and I'm like, I will call your name when it is time for me to wear the ring. And then, yeah.
But yeah, you say that, and a lot of people do change. What was I saying? I forgot. I heard noise and my brain just shut off.
Oof.
But fuck, I forgot. What was I saying? I can't remember. But
People start to change.
yeah, but yeah, some people it doesn't get any better. Like I said, that person I've heard what's been going on with them. Not fun.
Hmm.
That's why I don't like enchanting things with things that I'm not familiar with. Yeah, they're having fun with it though. Who cares? But I'm happy you guys all stopped in. It was great to see you once more.
I'm out the door.
Alright. Well, best of luck for your business.
Thank you very much. I hope to see you all once more.
Indeed.
So yeah, you guys head out, and then as you make your way through, it's still rather busy through here, but the sun is getting high in the sky now. And as you guys make your way to the center, it's all quiet. Not many people are out, besides those that are just kind of walking from one side to the other. And it sounds very peaceful through here now. There's not a whole lot of questions and murmurs anymore. Just peace. And a couple birds.
That's good.
Yeah. So now, did you guys wish to head out? See the world?
Yeah. Out of character, it's actually been a while. Did we have a specific mission yet?
Besides the one about Eltron, that's basically the only one now. You guys do know about, at least consciously know about the wizard that was a pain in the ass. But she never really gave any direction or sounded like she needed too much help. But, I mean, you never know what you might see.
Well, shall we set off for one of the nearby towns? See if I have any troubles we can help with?
I like the sound. I like the sound of that, my friend.
Okay.
Alright.
Evelyn?
Yes. Sounds good.
Okay. You guys do that. Evelyn,
Yes.
I would like you to do something for me.
Oh, of course.
Could you do a perception check for me?
Oh, of course. Oh, that's a 4.
A 4?
Oof, can I give the help action on that?
That's up to you. This is just a random perception.
Yeah, I think I'll help. Just see what all this is about.
That just what does that have you do? I'm not too familiar with it.
The person just gets to roll again.
Okay. Yep. Then you get to roll again.
Better than 4.
Yeah.
5.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay, yeah. That's not bad. But as you head out, you kind of look behind you at the place that you had recently come to, and you just kind of feel calm. Just extremely calm, like this, not an unusual kind, just kind of just calm. You're kind of happy. And that's probably just about it. That's just all you feel.
That's a good sign.
Yep. But
Alright, so shall we set off down the road towards the Sanctuarium?
so you guys start making your way through. You pass by the one tall post with the people, and they don't seem to really say anything to you guys as you guys leave. They're kind of just chit-chatting that you could kind of tell from all the way up there. But you make your way through, and in front of you, you just see the large forest area in front of you. And you do see a path that was made from previous travelers and some other group of people that wanted to make the path a little bit easier for others. And you start heading down there. So, yeah, as you just make your way through, it's also rather calming. You hear some animals kind of pass through. You also see some deer as well. Some other random animals along the way. And like I said, sun's still high in the sky. Everything's just kind of going really nice. It feels really warm through here. And in a couple of spots, it becomes a little cooler, but you also notice that there's like some water. So you're like, oh, yeah, that's why it's making it cool. So, yeah. If you guys want to talk, it's fully up to you. I'll just be here.
Alright.
Oh, one thing I should mention. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to stay in this campaign. Like, obviously, with my location in the world, these start really, really late at night.
Yeah.
And Tuesdays are days where I have to get up at 9 o'clock for lectures.
Yeah.
That's unfortunate.
Well, it's not a very good decision to join this campaign in the first place, but
It's all good.
Yeah. It's okay.
I'll work with you on something.
sorry.
It's all good.
Nice.
So yeah. Like I said, you guys just make your way through. As you make great like walking distance, you kind of actually instead, what's your guys' passive perception?
Let me see.
10.
13.
Okay.
12.
So 10, 12, and what was it again?
13.
13. Okay. Kron, you you hear this a little bit, but you hear what sounds like running coming kind of at you guys.
Hmm.
Same a little bit for you Oric. You also kind of hear it, but it's hard to tell how far away it is. Yulin, you also slightly hear it, but even still, it's like you can't tell how far away it is.
Sorry, what do we hear? You cut out a little bit.
Yeah, but I figured it was rustling, right?
You hear what sounds like running, just running feet,
Oh, running. All right.
and
Oh,
especially for Yukron, you can kind of hear what sounds like metal.
pardon?
Metal.
Mm.
Yeah.
I just relate that. I'm like, I hear clanking and stuff, and then I'll. Can we put like, do we know the direction of it as to where it's at?
Um, you can kind of tell that it's in front of you just a little bit, but it's hard to tell how far away it is.
Mm. Can I roll to figure that out too? Or
Yeah,
no?
if you want to roll, you definitely can. That'd be
Yes.
probably a perception.
Okay. Let me get my die out. Hold on. Okay. That is a 19, man. Hell
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, you. The more you focus on it, the more you can tell that it is coming directly at you guys, and it sounds like it's coming really fast as well. Um, like I said, that clanking noise, you can hear it almost coming clear as day for you. And you almost can see it. It's still hard to tell because of that distance, though, but you can kind of make out at least a group. It's hard to tell who or what's in the group, but you can tell there's a group. Don't know who, but there's a group coming to you.
Oh gosh. I just get my hand ready on my rapier and I like kind of tap it to like try and tell the others to get ready for some.
Yeah. Or kind of brace up a bit.
Okay. Evelyn, is there anything you want to do real quick as well?
Oh, I get out my spellcasting focus and dart my eyes around.
Okay. You guys get all prepared, and I would assume you guys kind of stay still and not go any further. Um,
Yep.
okay. So you guys kind of wait, and like I said, the noise comes closer and closer and closer. And as you are watching this group come closer to you, you also can tell there's not many of them actually. There's well, you can tell one person, one human in armor. You can see next to him, like behind him a little bit, you see another person. And then on the other side of the human, you see this blue beam, but then you remember that is similar to Craig. That's a water ganassi. You're like, okay, that's a
Hmm.
water ganassi. But also, you can faintly tell that there's someone behind them as well. But it's almost like she's trying to not be seen at the same time. But they're still coming to you. But you see the human who's in front see you guys, and you see his head turn to the side, and you see them kind of slowing down a little bit more as they get closer to you guys, to the point to where they're about at least 10 feet in front of you. And they stop, and they're kind of huffing and puffing, just taking in huge amounts of like air, trying to breathe.
Mhm.
And the human just uh takes in a couple of deep breaths, and he's just like, oh, I am sorry to startle you guys, but we're being chased. We have people behind us. This is not safe
Really?
at all. Yeah.
Chased by whom, do you know?
I think they're he puts his hand on his head and he's like, these fucking bandits? I think that's what you would consider them. They have their own unique names, and he puts air quotes. It's like unique names that they want to be called, but they're bandits to us. But we were trying to, get away from them and started chasing us. I think they might still be behind us, and you see them turn around, and he's staring off to the path that they came from. And he kind of just goes silent. You kind of tell that he's listening really intently, trying to tell if they're coming to him. But you see the shorter person, you see her. You notice that she's a half elf. And you see that her entire chest armor and shoulder padding and all that have a very much more different design than what the human has for his chest plate and whatnot. You can kind of guess that this person probably is a cleric. Roughly, probably. And then you also see the water ganassi. She's wearing really, she's really not wearing any armor at all. But you can tell that she is told, she is meant to be, fighting people more head on. And her clothes are a lot more loose in nature, but not constricting too much movement. And from that kind of a guess, you would probably think that person could be a monk, maybe. But then you see the person behind them, and you see that she's really not taking any harsh, deep breaths at all. She seems perfectly fine. She just seems like she's just there.
Well, do they still seem to be in close pursuit?
Human just kind of still staring off to the distance. But after a couple seconds, he looks over at you. He's like, I think they are. They were coming in on carriages after us. I think there's only one, though. I wouldn't be shocked if it was just the one. More shocking if they had more, but from what I last saw, it looked like it was just one carriage after us.
Is there any foliage and stuff around us?
Oh yeah, there's a lot. There's bramble, different bushes, trees, you name it. There's a whole bunch.
I just say, have you tried hiding from them?
Well, that would be the easy part, but these guys are almost like they're trained to find us, or at least track people. So I wouldn't put it past them to know what they're doing and know how to find just about anybody. And he kind of shakes his head a little bit.
You see.
Well-
Well, stay behind us. On the authority of a mayor of a Phaebus, I will not allow them to pass.
He kind of just looks at you and he's like, these people are not really gonna care at all. I'm sorry, man. They're just gonna do their own thing. I mean,
Well, then we will stop them as necessary. And he pulls the hand crossbow from his back.
yeah. He kind of looks at it. He's like, yeah, I could definitely harm them. They're really not wearing much armor to protect them. They kind of just wear their official uniforms. He's kind of still mocking the people. But then you see the halfling kind of just get him in his side a little bit. And he's just like, why did you hit me? come on. We don't need to be fighting each other, okay? She just kind of shakes her head. She's like, Ross, come on. I think we have enough people that we could probably fight them. We could take them on. This will be easy. And he kind of shakes his head. He's like, I don't want to fight them. This is annoying. If we just run to Theobist, we'll almost be there. And besides that, those guards are not going to let these fuckers in. They would never. As soon as they see them, instantly everything goes up. But if you think we could fight them, I guess that would be helpful. And the half elf just also shakes her head as well. She's just like, you are an imbecile. But she looks back at you guys. She's like, don't mind him. He is stressed to high hell.
I can only imagine.
Yeah, it's a long story. If we manage to fight these guys, we'll tell ya. But as she says that, you hear and can see the carriage. I forgot words. You can see the carriage coming up.
So real.
And you see that it's being pulled by just a regular carriage horse. And you see one of the guys sitting on it, trying to get the horse to go any faster. And you hear the horse just wailing out as it's coming towards you.
Right. Orc will yell, halt, and cast command. Assuming he's in range.
Yeah. Does that require anything? I can't remember how command works.
Let me see. It is a wisdom save.
Okay.
Mm.
Yeah, it is a wisdom save, range 60 feet.
Okay. Yeah, they're pretty close. So. Oh yeah, they heed to it. The guy on the horse, you see him freeze up, and he immediately pulls on the rope that is getting the horse to go. He pulls back, and the horse
The
immediately.
rain?
Yeah. That I forgot the horse lingo stuff. I know how to ride a horse. I don't know everything past that. But
So real.
but you see him pull on it, and the horse comes to a halt. Another at least 10 feet in front of both you and the other group. And out comes 4 other guys, just regular humans. And you see the one that he's a lot taller, and he has a lot more of a elegant uniform. And he comes out and he points at everybody. He's just like, they have what is ours. We demand it back.
By what authority?
By the authority of he kind of stumbles. He's trying to think. It's like, oh. Well, it doesn't matter. That person they have, and he points over to the one off to the side, the one that wasn't deep, like, that didn't seem affected by the running at all.
Mm.
And he points to just like, she is supposed to be back at our town, where she belongs. She's supposed to be there. And these, and he points at the other 3 in front of you guys, stole her from us, claiming she didn't want to be here. She doesn't want to be at this place. She needs to go back home. Bull crap. She likes being where she is.
Would you be so bold as to claim ownership of a person?
Well, I mean, it's not entirely ownership. It's just more of a... And you see him kind of stop, and he's thinking as he's staring at the girl. And does anybody look in her direction? I will ask.
Yeah, Oric is kind of looking to her to see how she feels about this.
Okay, you look at her, and she's very, like, stone cold. Like, she kind of looks a little bit pissed that she's being reduced to just another being. And you're not entirely sure why she feels like that. Because, I mean,
Oh,
she does look like another human, but it's like there's something more to her a little bit. But then you hear Ross kind of pipe up, and he's like, well, she doesn't want to be over there. She wants to be back on her island, back where she wants to be at. How else do you think we got here? No one else would have known that she was there if it wasn't for us. More so my cleric, but even still.
Tell me, who is she?
Ross for a second kind of just looks at you. You see he's wide-eyed like, oh, do I say anything? And the other bandit, the one that was talking, he's like, well, she's very important, actually. She's, what is she again, guys? I can't remember half of this crap. And one of them comes up and whispers. He's like, right, yeah, she's this supposed dragon. Yeah, right. I don't think she's actually a dragon. That's not possible. Dragons can't be humans. Not possible at all. That's why we have her, so we could prove that she's not a dragon. Because, I mean, if she was, she would have transformed by now and been gone. And since she's not, why does it matter? What is this island so important for? I mean, she could say it right now, but she's not going to. Instead, she's just going to give a dirty look.
And here's what you're gonna do. You're gonna let her the fuck go.
And if I don't want to?
Then I'm going to drain the marrow from your bones. And feed it to the plants.
Can you give me a, oh, what is it?
Intimidation.
Yeah, intimidation. Give me advantage for that, because that even that scared me. I was like, shit.
Yeah,
That
that goes hard.
I do not want to leave this campaign. I do not want to leave this character.
I'm going to drain the marrow from your bones. It's such sick word.
Okay, right.
Holy crap.
Okay. Oh no. Okay, that's a dirty 20.
Okay, yeah.
Oof.
Nice.
You see the color drain from most of their faces. They're like, oh, shit. And you see the leader kind of stumbling with his words. He's like, well, he's very nervous right now. He's scared shitless.
Khan's gonna go. I've seen it before. He's done it many times. I mean, they've done it many times.
Oh, he's looking back and forth between everybody. He's like, oh shit.
Fun.
You guys want to take a hand on this one? I don't think I can do this now. And you hear a couple of them going, but you're the leader. It's your job. You're not supposed to be scared. It's like, I can't help it if I am. That was scary. The fact that someone actually seen it happen, that's even worse. And you see the cleric, kind of, hold on, I gotta bring up her thing real quick. I fumbled up in my words. More like my throat didn't want to cooperate. Let me find this. You see her starting up on a little something. A little bit of magic comes from her hands for a moment. And for a moment, you see her mouth kind of saying something. And then you see the leader. You see his face drop It is dread that is coating his face. And he looks at the others, he's like, we're gonna go now. These people are insane. And they all scurry back inside the carriage, and they bolt back. And you see the cleric kind of sigh as the magic kind of just dissipated from her. She's like, I've been wanting to do that all day, but Ross is a dumbass and won't let me. And he kind of looks down at her. He's like, Rouge, you do that stuff, and that's how we don't get money. You scare the shit out of everybody. Granted, yeah, that kind of helped, especially with... And he looks at both you, Evelyn, and Mar, and just go, you guys kind of made it better. I mean, that was extremely helpful. And you see,
No worries.
and you see the water genasi go up to Mar, and she holds up her fist as for like a fist bump, and she's like, that was cool, man.
I try not to drink the water from my skin when I get the fist bump, but I give him a fist bump back.
She's just so happy. She's like, that went so well. We can continue. We can get her to her home. And the three look over at the girl. Do you guys also do the same?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I'm
Odd.
too focused on the fist bump.
Well, most of you look over and you see her kind of just sit on the ground for a moment, and her legs are just sprout out, and you see a little changes happen. And you see a little bit of scales kind of forming along the edge of her face, like where her hair is covering part of it. And you notice horns kind of pop through. Oh, hi, Leanne.
Hello.
Actually, now that
I
she's
just-
here.
I just threatened to suck the marrow out of people's bones and fertilize the grass with it.
This is true.
I can back that up. That wasn't big talk. I can do that.
Yes. Let me just get this.
Kron doesn't know that you can actually do that.
I am so sorry. I ended up going to urgent care because my stomach was really hurting, and they made me
So-
wait
Oh,
like
jeez.
90 time. And they just
If
kind
you
of
were in
threw
urgent
Tylenol
care,
at me,
do
and they
not
were like, "If it
apologize.
hurts worse, go to the ER." And I was like, "Great."
Do not apologize about going to hospital.
I'm not sorry I
No,
went to the
it's
hospital. I'm
funny.
just sorry I wasn't communicating.
It's all good.
Yeah, it's fine.
D&D should
No, but
hardly be your
you
first
deserve
priority thinking about when you might be going through an emergency.
Yeah.
Well, it wasn't
If
like
ever there was a
proper
good reason-
capital E emergency.
Yeah. It's all good, Leanne.
Yeah.
What's better is you're here now. Yay!
Yeah.
Yep.
Gotta love American urgent care.
Yeah. It also
They're
depends on which
Yeah.
one you went to. Some are good, others are awful.
Without doxing us, the one up by the park.
Oh. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
So true.
yeah.
Yeah, that one's not good. I also put what the four look like in No Mic.
Nice.
Yep.
Mm.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah. For you, Leanne, they went to the magic shop, talked to the daughter of possibly the owner, and they got a little bit of magic stuff. They had to come back after a bit, but there wasn't at least too much, at least highly important. Orc has Deck of Wonder now.
Yep. Well, the party does.
Yeah. And you guys got 100 gold for helping with some crowds of people, along with a new list of names for y'all to look at any point in time.
Ooh.
And you guys, at least Evelyn and Mar.
The boy in the bottom right corner of the art looks shockingly familiar.
I just wanted a regular human, man.
That's my boyfriend.
Oh. Look, Chrome
Wonder.
has his moment where he makes me on accident. I can do the same to other people.
Hell yeah.
So real.
So, yep, everybody, Evelyn and Mar scared the shit out of these bandits, and the cleric with the one with the glasses also did something to scare them really bad. Made it worse, actually.
Yeah.
So, yep, you guys are just now.
Hell yeah.
You guys are just now standing basically all together, and you see the one with the blonde hair as scales are forming on her body, and there are horns that are basically growing from the top of her head. And as that is all happening, Russ walks over to her and he's just like, do you need a moment? Do you need a break to, do that? And she shakes her head. She's just like, you hear her in a voice that I barely can replicate. She just kind of goes, no, I'm okay. I just feel more comfortable now since I am closer to home. It's not going to be too far away now. It's okay. And besides that, these people saved us. So it's only deserved. And as she stands up, like I said, far more scales are forming along her face. And her horns, they're small at the moment, but they look like they're starting to curl a little bit as they grow. Yeah.
Oric seems completely unfazed by this.
Okay. And the other three, how you guys feel about this?
I'm also pretty damn unfazed. I just rescued
Yeah.
this person, and I genuinely. She had a suspicion that they were right, but for the wrong reason.
Yeah. Okay. Leanne, how you feel?
I mean, jumping directly in, I'm just what Octavia wants to do is help, and
Oh boy, you're
all
back.
she
Lord,
wants to
Leanne.
do. So
Yeah.
she's just kind of like, huh.
Okay. And Mar?
Okay.
Well, because I wasn't looking at first.
Okay.
I'm like, what? Like, you just see a very surprised croak from Kron. Like, and then,
Okay. But yep.
yeah, but that's about it.
She kind of just looks at everybody, and she looks at you guys in particular, and she's just like, those bandits were entirely wrong. I am in fact a dragon, and by the looks of two of you guys, you seem like you're not fazed by that fact at all. What they're wrong about is the fact that some of us can indeed look human enough, and it's not the first time that I've looked human. It's just the first that I've been away from home, which is a concern of itself. On my island, I am the only bronze dragon there. I don't know of any others. as my own family died out years ago, if not centuries. And I'm the last of my own known kind. Those bandits probably were playing stupid, but that town very much knew of what I was. They just wanted to use me. You see a little bit of smoke kind of coming from her mouth.
Despicable.
I am very grateful for you guys for wanting to help. It's not every day someone goes out of their way to do that. But I know these fine group, and she motions towards the other three. She's like, I sent a message out in case anybody could help me. I was very lucky that one of them was able to decipher my message, as it was safer for me to say it in my native language, since that's far easier, and because those idiots don't understand it. You see a smirk form on her face.
You are not the only one who has to hide a face.
I mean, it's not entirely hiding. I mean, like they're saying, I could have easily killed them, and I would have done it.
Wow.
But I was mostly curious on how they would fare if someone else came and rescued me. And especially
You
how...
deserve your freedom.
Yes, I desperately deserve it. Especially back on my island, where my pal is, my little wizard friend is. He has been greatly missing me. It's just he can't do much. He can't leave the island. Only I can. But once I'm able to get home safely, everything will be fine. A little bit of balance will be restored.
Ah, one of us seeking to return home, and one of us seeking to distance herself as far as possible.
Yeah,
Sides of the same coin.
but
I can only hope to return my home to what it once was.
yeah, you definitely say that, and you can tell that she's relaxing a little bit more and more. The more she
I
is.
would be overjoyed to see mine up in flames, with everyone in it.
If only I could share a little bit of sentiment, as I wish I could have burned that one town to a crisp, but I sadly don't use fire. But lightning gets the job done, nonetheless. And as she does that, you see lightning come forth and strike out the ground beneath her.
Very impressive.
It's my specialty. I used it on them a little bit, just to get them to back off a little. They instantly flinch when they feel the pain. It's so unusual. At least for me.
Hmm.
But I had to say my thanks to you guys for all that. I thought there was going to be a fight that was going to happen. That would have been entertaining, but...
Certainly would have.
But
Bit of excitement.
yeah. But you guys managed to scare them off, so that was close enough to enjoyment for me. But and she looks at the group that saved her. She's like, we must get moving. There's only so much time left, and it takes me far too long to fly there. And I'm dreadfully tired. I'd rather take a boat. A cheap one. We don't need anything fancy. And Ross nods his head to it, and you see the water ganassi just kind of droop a little bit. She's like, oh, I wanted to swim. It would have been fun. But you see Rouge just kind of step up to you guys. She's just like, thank you extremely much for all that. I thought we too would have been fighting them, but it's sometimes better just to talk things out. You don't always have to fight. No matter how much you might want to, and she looks over at the water ganassi. Coral, on the other hand, would have loved to have fought them. But you can't always fight.
Yes, well, all better for lack of bloodshed.
Very much true. If you guys tend to need anything, I would highly recommend you send it close to us. We'll obviously be back in Atheabus, since you guys obviously came from that direction, as that path only leads to there. So if anything were to happen, we're there. And hopefully our friend will be flying through the skies once more.
Indeed.
And with that, they kind of head their way, and you see the one that was turning into a dragon kind of form back into a human again. The horns kind of dissipate, almost like it's sinking into her skull. You see the scales kind of just slowly go back and disappear.
Orc will nod to her and say, "Safe travels" in Draconic.
She kind of looks at you and she just smiles. And right back, in Draconic, she's like, "Thank you, dear friend. I hope your travels are safe." Why do I hear fire trucks? Then again, when do I not hear them?
For once, it's not my background. Yippee!
Well, I don't think it shows up. My mic is too careful, and I have it on crisp.
Oh, actually, I can say this now that I don't live there anymore. Solely do this, but for the rest of y'all, I used to live next to a fire station. That's why you always heard it.
And I live next
So
to a
real.
hospital, so I always hear helicopters.
Oof. I live pretty close to a police station, but at least that's not too loud.
Yeah, fair. That's extremely fair. So yeah. They walk past you guys and head to the direction of Atheabus. And yeah. It kind of just becomes peaceful after that. You guys gonna keep heading onto the path?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha. So you guys head your way down. And like I said, everything seems all fine and dandy. You just still hear the birds and the chirping. And it's all really nice through here. I would say after quite a while, the sun is heading not too down. There's still light in the area. But it is kind of heading down to rest. But you make your way through, and as you're getting there, the ground becomes a little bit more soggy. It's kind of becoming hard to walk in, almost. Except for those who can walk through that kind of
Yeah.
harshness. But you make
Frug.
Yep. But you make your way through. And like I said,
No.
it is becoming a bit hard to walk through. It's coming up to at least it's above the ankle, but it's not close to the knees. It's like halfway there between the two. And you make your way through, and you still see signs that say this is the direct path. And it seems like this specific spot that you're going through is probably made this way on purpose. Because as you look to the sides, you see a lot of other animals that are kind of native to this specific spot. And whenever you see them like lifting up their legs, those spots look like it's far deeper than where you're at. So at least this area is safer. And a little bit easier. It's still difficult, but you can get through it.
Mm.
But so it takes a little bit more extra time to get through. But you do. And I would say you start hearing just chirps of crickets and other little creatures as well. And like I said, still a couple birds, but not as many now. And as you do, let's see. I'm going to say, what's a good check? What's a good freaking check? Yeah, I got shit going. I got ideas.
You got this.
This is
You
so
got
real.
this. Survival check?
I would probably say survival. I'd probably say that, yeah. That's a good one. Yeah. Just some survival
Okay.
rolls.
So just from everyone?
Yep.
Alright.
Okay.
That is
I
another
get to
nat
use
one.
the dice you gave
That's a
me.
17.
Okay.
Oh damn, brother.
So we got
Hold on.
I just
Two.
realized
Woo!
the wizard
We natural
spell
with it.
Wither and Bloom, well, the spell in general, it's literally a heal that's accessible to wizard from a second level spell slot.
Oh.
It's an action, but it's range 60 feet
Ooh.
and can heal like one of the person's hit dice plus 2d6 plus your modifier. It's thank you, Strixhaven, for being a very balanced book.
So true.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, it still costs that hit die. It just lets them spend it when they otherwise
Yeah.
couldn't.
Yeah.
It lets them spend it plus an extra 2d6 plus an extra like 5 if your intelligence is 20.
Oh.
Plus, if it's upcast to 3rd level, you get to spend an extra hit die and get an extra d6. It's
Oh, wow. It just doesn't
very
stop.
balanced, but it's only one creature.
Yeah.
But that's only one half of the spell. The other half is each creature of your choice in a 10-foot radius area in the 60 feet takes 2d6 necrotic.
Oh.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I mean, granted, that's on a con save, which a lot of things are good at, but still.
Wizard and sorcerer
This
have
is
a
true.
fucking heal.
Nice. Okay.
So it's the Moira spell.
Okay. So Orc, you got 1, and then
Yep.
Evelyn, you said 17?
17, yes.
Okay. And then Leanne?
22.
22. Okay. Mar?
Big Nat. The Nat 20.
Okay. Yeah.
Big natural.
Orc, for you, since you said it was a 1, it is more difficult for you, but for some reason it also feels like you're being like, it's like something's also attached to you. It's like trying to keep you from really moving. But it's not like, it doesn't also feel like a hand either. It feels wet, but everything else feels wet too. So you're kind of just like, what's attached to me? Is it seaweed? Is it some kind of plant? As you try
And
to,
this is like, we're in like a marsh, right? Like a marsh
yeah, like
swamp.
this is a marshy swamp area.
Yeah, can I like help him out? Because this is where I know to be.
Yeah, if you want to try.
Yeah. I'll do another, like what?
Um,
I mean, if you're trying to pull me out, I think that would be athletics.
yeah.
I'm cool with that. Because I'm like, yeah. That is a 17. I'm nice with it today.
Nice.
Okay. Sorry, I was just letting someone in. Yeah, you do that, and as you're helping him, For Oric, that help does really do a lot for you, and it almost feels like whatever was on you, it instantly disappears. It just kind of
Hmm.
goes away. But like I said, as you guys keep going, Oric, every so often, it feels like it keeps going from either ankle sometimes. It's like 1 second on one side, you get some help, it's gone. Does it to the other side, you get the help, it's gone. You're kind of becoming a little bit confused. You're just like, what the fuck? What is doing that?
Hmm. Orc will try and just ignore it and use prestidigitation to dry his pant leg.
Okay. I will say for the other three, could you guys also do survival rolls once more for me?
Okie dokie.
Of course.
I'm having fun with this one.
That's a nat 20.
Damn.
Ooh,
Wow.
That is a 16.
Okay. And then Mar.
and that is a humble 12.
Okay. For you, Mar, you start getting the same thing to you once you notice that
Hmm.
it's not bothering Orc now. It's doing to you. Where it's grabbing at you and you try to like get it go away. And it does. And then every so often it does it again. You shoo it away and it's gone.
Hmm.
And then after a while it stops, but you also look over at Leanne. Like you look at Octavia. You also see the same thing happen, but you almost kind of see a little bit of what it is at the same time. You see a little bit of like part of a hand grabbing at
Hmm.
Octavia. You see her also brushing it off, like kind of not almost kind of kicking it, but also using her hand to like swat it away, and it does. And then after a bit, it does it to the other leg. You also see that it's webbed. Like there's webbing between the thumb and the index finger. Like I said,
It's Spire.
shush. But you see all that happening. What do you choose to do?
Um, oh gosh.
Options.
Yeah, can I roll history because this is like my area and stuff. I want to see if like if this is like a if this is anything that they would for sure remember in just times of hunting around in the swamp and just being around and stuff.
Yeah, you can definitely do that.
This is come with a -1 though, so I don't know.
I believe in you. You got this.
That's only a 14.
Okay. Yeah,
That's pretty good.
you kind of remember a little bit. You remember when you were at home. You
Mm.
remember just a little bit of everything that was happening. You're kind of like not sure what you're doing. You're like, "Oh, how should I feel about this? What's going on?" You kind of remember a little bit about this one creature. It's hard to remember if it was a creature or a person who kind of stood in their own area away from everybody. And it was kind of like an agreed upon space as well, where it's just like, oh yeah, that's fine, that's a-okay, like that shouldn't hurt anybody. Which is true. It
Mm.
really shouldn't hurt anybody at all. But that's just about all you can really think of, or at least try to remember.
I'm gonna try and try and see if it knows if it speaks any Bullywug or whatever. Speaks any of the language that I have. And it's just like the low croaking, but like because it's the croaking, it's like vibrating through the water and everything. It's just gonna be like, hey, can you buzz off, basically.
Okay. Yeah, you do that. And for a while, as you guys still keep kind of walking about, it's like nothing really happens to anybody. It almost feels like that probably worked. And then after a while, you look at Evelyn's character.
Hmm.
And you kind of see the same thing start to happen again. Where this time you almost can see the full hand, where it starts to go for the leg and start to pull. And like I said, Evelyn's character just kind of swats at it. And you actually kind of see the ripple of it moving away. If anybody else
Yeah, I'm like,
wants to do a perception check to see if they saw that, they can definitely do that.
Yeah, I'll roll for that.
Okay. Ooh, what's this? What's this chip?
That is a 13.
Okay. Anybody else want to, or nah?
Nah.
Okay. So yeah, for you, you also see that ripple kind of drifting away from you guys. And you're kind of just like, huh. Interesting.
All right.
So yeah. Looks like you guys keep making your way through. And like I said, for a while, none of you feel a tug. Nothing.
Hmm.
But then, yeah, you all would feel this. You all get what feels like a wave, not a big wave, not like one that was gonna knock you over, but it's enough to basically get the backside of most of you guys. And it's a small wave that just kind of splashes onto you guys. And it, like I said, it gets not all of your back, but at least part of it.
Ugh. Well, I hope that doesn't keep up.
The most high-pitched ew you've ever heard in your life.
Are you guys like kind of looking around? Probably have to stop, maybe?
Yeah, Oric is casting prestidigitation to dry his pants again.
Okay.
This is one nice outfit. He's going to try and keep it dry.
So yeah, you guys kind of look around. You're kind of trying to see if anything's there, but you really don't see anything but just besides the regular animals that are around. But then, let's see. Let's see. All of a sudden, you all see this as it goes past everyone. You see a large amount of water just suspended, just going right past everybody at such a high speed that it nearly does like some damage to one of the trees nearby.
Hmm.
And some of the leaves kind of shake off and onto the water. And it kind of just almost kind of spooks some of you a little bit. Like, what the hell?
I'm beginning to believe we're under attack.
I stopped walking for a little bit.
Okay. Evelyn, Leanne, how you guys feel?
Can I locate the source of the water, perchance? Like, if I look in the direction, can I see what shot it?
At least the direction that it came from, you don't see anybody there.
Oh.
For you, Evelyn?
Odd.
Yeah.
Ah.
Maybe it's worth a shot of detect magic.
If you want to, you definitely can.
Hell yeah. Let's see.
And it's just like a base.
What would
And that's just
base 12? What would that
does
do?
Does detect magic actually have something like that where you gotta roll?
No, detect magic just
By
happens.
detect magic, you can see like any nearby source of magic and know what school it is.
Okay. Yeah.
I think it
So
technically says spell effect, but no one rules it that way, really. No
Yeah.
one exclusively
Oh,
has
okay.
it as spell effect.
Yeah. But yeah, you do that, and you do sense magic, but you almost can. I don't. Do you actually really see it? Let me make sure of that. You sense it. Okay, and you see. You can action. We're not gonna say that action thing. Okay, aura. Okay, yeah, you do that, and initially you get that sense that it starts from where you guys where that's water attack happened. You can sense it to that side, which is the left hand side, and then you start to sense it kind of moving about close to you guys as well. You almost see the outline of the person below you in the water. It's like they're swimming in it, kind of going back and forth a little bit, almost like a pattern. And they're trying not to make any ripples that much, or they're trying to make it look as natural as possible with how they're swimming. Like it could have been a.
Octavia's going to lean forward and she's going to say, "Hello, can I help you?"
God fucking.
You do that. Is your face like really close to the water now?
Top 10
No,
things
wait,
to
yeah.
say if you think you might be under attack.
Yeah.
Hello. Hello.
Yeah.
Horror movie protagonist
Hello?
looking ass.
Who's
Are you
there?
real?
But yeah, your face is that close, and it's very dirty kind of water because of like the mud and the dirt. But for a second, you see a pair of eyes staring right back at you. Not your eyes. Someone else's eyes. You see dark red eyes staring back at you.
Would anyone else see that?
Uh, currently no, but you can see that there's more ripples closer now in that area. That would be the most that you can see. So you know there's at least something there.
Yeah, Orc is standing very still, just waiting to see how this turns out.
Okay. Leanne, how are you feeling after you're being literally stared down? Well, stared up at.
I think she's going to like look up and kind of look around at the party and be like, there's someone here."
As soon as you say that, a hand just kind of grabs at you, but stops right at your face. Not gripping you, just its hands there.
She's going to actually, I was going to say she's going to lick it.
Brilliant.
So true.
You do that, and the hand.
Octavia must be protected at all costs.
You do that, and the hand immediately just shoots down, and then you just get a bunch of water splashed at you as the hand comes right back up.
She's going to duck out of the way and splash some more water towards it.
You
Alright.
you do that, and the hand just kind of goes away, and you can see everybody now can just see the ripple kind of moving back a little bit, and you can.
I'm gonna stick my head under the water.
Hell yeah!
You do that, and I would assume like you can easily like see underneath water.
Yeah.
Yeah, you look underneath, and you do see a person. And it's a very weird looking person. It's not one with human skin at all. It's like it looks like a human, but it has scales.
Huh.
And you also see the red eyes.
Not beating the Spire cameo allegations.
Oh, you're gonna love me then. But yeah, you see this person who's staring right back at you with a face of, oh, shit. You see its eyes just darting to the side, like,
Yeah. I basically just like mention like pull my head up to be like, come on out, man. Like the gig's up.
You say that, and you see a bunch of bubbles rise. And you see the being just kind of stand up. And you see just rather short person. You would have almost mistaken it for a halfling, if anything. But it's not, it's close to that kind of shortness. But you see the person stand up, and you see this long-ish dark hair. And you see blue, green, shimmery scales with like a couple of like a dark shirt on and some shorts as well. And it's kind of hunched over, kind of acting like it's been defeated, like, oh man. And it whips its head back to get the hair out of its face. And he just looks at everybody and just goes, fuck. Damn it. Why does everybody like to ruin my fun? Fine.
Why'd you shoot water at us?
'Cause you're in my home.
Oh.
Well, one home. I got another one. But this is
I
my main
didn't
home.
realize.
Yeah, no one ever does. That's why I do this.
I wasn't
Sorry
aware
about
this place
that.
was occupied. We were only passing through.
It's fine. Most people don't ask permission to walk through my land, anyways. They made this path so accessible. It's like, oh, well, we don't want people to get hurt. Well, learn to swim. You'll be fine. Or grow bigger legs. That works too.
Have you considered putting a sign like please avoid swamp?
I tried. You want to know what happens every single time?
What?
Some fucker comes through here and takes it down, shakes their head, and goes, stupid people. Always trying to claim land that's not theirs. And then you want to know what I do in response? I shoot water at them. And then they scare. They run off.
Flash them with water?
Yeah. It's the easiest thing. It scares everybody. It nearly scared you all. Gotta admit, that was pretty good. Also, don't lick my hand next time. That was weird.
Well, don't put it on my face next time.
It wasn't on your face. It was hovering
It was
at least
close
1 inch.
enough.
It was hovering 1 inch away from your face. I made sure. I couldn't feel your skin.
It's a biting zone.
Well, I'm glad you didn't bite me. I give you props for that.
You're lucky.
You're lucky.
You're lucky.
I could have kicked all your asses.
God,
I could.
She looks at you and she kind of looks at her hard rapier and she holds it and she goes, I don't think so.
Oh, a little rapier is going to scare me. I have seen worse. I had a bow and arrow stared right down at my face once. It was awful. You want to know what I did in response?
Question.
What?
What are they wearing?
Like that they're just wearing like a regular dark shirt. Like it's kind of wet at this point along with the shorts.
Is it like longer or is it like a t-shirt or what's the cut of the shirt like?
Probably kind of like a V-neck t-shirt.
She's going to take the rapier and she's going to quickly spin it and just cut off like a very tiny piece of fabric right around their hip and just be like and just grab it and be like, if we wanted to attack, I think we would do just fine.
Ah, but have you ever fought a druid, though? There's your problem. You don't ever expect the unexpected. I've been watching you guys. They make the, like, pointing at their eyes back at you guys kind of thing. It's like, I've been watching you guys ever since you stepped into my land. That bird that you stared at, that was me. That cricket that you heard, that was me. I was a lot of things here that you did not notice. That's a druid's way. That is my way. I watched my land. You guys didn't notice. And you kind of see them just, as they say that, kind of just shuffle a little bit to the side and then to the other side. They're like, you didn't notice. So I had the upper hand.
I suppose, but we aren't really usually looking at birds for people.
Oh yeah, that's what they all think. Oh, that's just a normal bird. Joke's on them. I'm watching them. Keeping my eyes out on them. Always making sure. Because you never know. There's always that one person that goes a little too far with adventuring. And then I gotta kill them. Well, I haven't done that. Close. I've almost. But it's way easier just to turn into a displacer beast and scare them. But
Displacer based, you say. I've never heard of a druid being able to do that.
oh, I am a very
In all of my readings, I have in all of my readings up in my ivory tower. I've heard of druids only ever being able to turn into beasts, not monstrosities
oh well, I'm different.
or aberrations.
I'm very much different. I like being. You guys consider them monsters. They are my friends. There's like a couple through
I
here.
don't consider them monsters.
Oh yeah, they're not too difficult to be. Just as long as you were trained
Not
correctly.
evil.
I've
I
had my
only
ways.
consider people with evil in their heart to be monsters.
Yes. See, you get it.
That unfortunately does mean most people,
Well, yeah.
especially yours truly.
You? You just look like another person to me.
I suppose I do. And I shift back into changeling form.
You still look like another person. Hell, I've seen one run through here once. Not too long ago. He was rather nice. Gave me some...
I think I know who you're talking about.
Oh, really? Well, I'll tell you this. He was going to... And they kind of stop for a second. They're like, where did they go? Ah, it was one of those villages close by. Those are the people I don't like interacting with. Always
Tell me, friend, what's your name?
My name? Well, I go by many things, actually. Some people call me the beast that wanders the swamp. That one's stupid. They could have come up with something more original. That's what they give to everybody. Other people, well, call me an idiot. That's one. My old family that I have not seen in many years, aka 40 years. Yes, I'm old. Don't judge. That one is far more... But I like to go by a different name. I go by Spire. I took it from a church. That's what
Oh my
Ba-dum.
god.
Breaking news.
Ba-dum
Next
too.
session of Traveling Hearts, we get a surprise cameo from someone disguising the fact that they're an elf with a hood,
Nuh-uh. That ain't gonna happen.
I
covered in scars.
That ain't gonna happen.
Spire. Octavia does not know who Spire is, but I, the player character, know who Spire is, and I'm losing my mind.
Yes.
Look at them!
They kind of just look at y'all and just be like, yeah, there's like a church nearby. I heard them say it once and I thought, oh, that sounds cool. So I took it. It's my name. So now I sound cool. But I understand you guys seem to be going somewhere. I assume.
Yes, we're on our way to the nearest city.
Oh, the nearest city. Hmm. Well,
The Sanctuarium, I believe it is.
ah, that place. Yeah, I hate that place. Just a personal thing. I hate
Really?
them. Yeah, I hate them. They try to tell me that I can't live here and that I actually have to live there or find somewhere else because they think that this should not belong to one singular person. But then I tell them, no, there are others that live here. And they say, well, yeah, we know they live there, but that's their kingdom. And I go, well, what makes this not my kingdom? Arguing with me on that. So I told them to go fuck themselves. And I told them if they come near me, I will do worse. They've learned. They learned after the second guy. I can't do worse. And like I said, I did not kill anybody. I just do a little bit of harm.
Trolling.
We do a little trolling around here.
Trolling.
But they have to learn. Don't mess with me. But still. Yeah. It's a little bit easier now. But yes, that place is no friend of mine and they're no friend of me. But I can easily show you two there, but I have to stop at some point. I don't like going any further.
What did they do to you?
Realistically, nothing. Like I said, they just wanted to say,
Oh, right.
yeah, they just like, you can't live here. And I'm like, well, I like it here. This is home. I'm a druid. Where else am I gonna live? In the mountains? Fuck no. I don't like the mountains.
Oh,
The mountains too cold.
that's not realistically nothing, my friend.
Yeah.
That's something I've seen my family do
Mm.
to others.
Yeah. I mean, they can't kick me out.
One of the things on my very long list of reasons
Ooh.
why I would rather see their and my home in ashes.
Ooh.
It's hard to put ashes to a mountain.
Interesting. You fascinate me a little bit. Just a little bit. My family was okay. We lived in the oceans for a little bit. And then came here. I became a druid.
Are you saying their family was okay? Alright.
Hey, this Spire is telling the truth. Their family was fine. Not the other
Oh,
Spire.
this is like
Non-trauma
AU Spire.
Spire.
Multiverse Spire.
Yes.
Non-trauma Spire.
Yep. This Spire's fine.
Yeah, there's gonna be some more cameos in my game eventually.
Yay.
This is the powder of spires, man.
Yep.
Wow. I love Spire. I've said it a million times. I would die for Spire.
Including a repeat cameo that we already had.
Ooh.
Basically the one singular cameo that we've had. It is from the Black Sabbath.
Brooke.
So
No.
true.
No,
Oh.
Melis
Yeah.
Honey.
Ah, forgot.
He is canon.
She goes. Yeah, I love that.
How does he
I love that
keep
he's
slipping
canon.
into different universes?
Dimension
'Cause
door.
I successfully made the world's most toxic man.
I mean, that's kind of easy if you just put enough, like, toxicity into it, then boom, toxic man.
So true.
But yeah. Spire just kind of looks at you guys and is like I said, I can lead you there. I know, well, it's literally just following the path, but this time I'm not going to mess with you. If you guys would like. I could tell you...
That would be appreciated.
Ooh. I like... But yeah, I could tell you multiple things around here, if anything. Safe areas... That's about it. Most of this place is just death traps to some. Except most of these people can't swim. So dumb.
Mm.
But, like I said, you guys just want to follow me. And they kind of walk in front of you guys, way past you, just completely not caring. And just waits for you. Like, you guys coming?
Well, I'm gonna swim up to
Nods.
them since they're trying to say people can't swim.
Look, I knew you were gonna swim.
Hell yeah.
I've seen people like you. We have a good agreement with each other.
That we do.
You guys have your spot,
And
I have mine, and we're good.
and should the hunting grounds ever converge, then we are at our base.
And I like the agreement. It's an easy one. It's far simpler.
Well, lead the way then, friend. We can see towards better agreements later on.
Yes. And I'm guessing everybody else is just gonna follow suit.
Yep.
Yep, you guys just kind of follow behind Spire, and they're kind of just telling stories, even though probably no one's listening, but they're just kind of like wanting to fill the air. They're telling their life about how their life in the ocean, how it actually was pretty nice, and how they got to watch a lot of the dragons, the blue dragons mostly, kind of fill the air with their noises and whatnot, and how it was really nice in the ocean of itself, and how beautiful it was underneath, and especially the reason why they came to the surface and decided to live here. Mostly due to wanting to be closer to other people, but knowing that due to who they are, which is a Triton, they're kind of just like, people might not find it cool to be looking at someone who's scaly. But they lead you guys through, and they get to a spot that they kind of just stop. And right in front of you, the path now turns back into hard ground, and you get more of the original lush greenery that you once saw before. And you almost can see through it the village that was mentioned before.
Oh, the one the dragon girl was from?
No. The Sanctuarium one.
Ah.
But yeah, they had stopped. They look at you all and just kind of go, well, this is where I am. I'm just going to go back to where I was and just kind of stay there. If you guys ever come past, just know I don't mean any harm for what I do. I'll recognize you, but I'm still going to do my own tricks, though. And they kind of just wink. It's like, I got to do what I got to do. I got to keep up the memory of what I do best.
It's fair enough, I suppose.
Keep
I'm rooting for
keep
you.
on being yourself, Spire. Always.
Well, of course I'm going to. I'm going to become the best druid of this God's forsaken area ever. I'm very close to it, too. I'm almost there. Just gotta do a little bit more, and I'll be good. Next time you find me, I'll be an archdruid.
Hell yes.
As they say goodbye, they find a spot that is a little bit deep of water, and they kind of just sink on through. It's like they just found a quicksand and just down they go.
Non-traumatized Spire.
Yep,
Love them.
non-traumatized. Happy Spire.
Or at least minimally traumatized.
As normal.
They get to live in peace.
Yep.
I love Spire. I love Spire so much. Yeah, Octavia is just chilling. They're having a time. They're like walking around.
Yeah. But after they leave. You look back at the entrance to this village, and you see a little sign right before the exit of the forest that does say, and I always butcher this because I suck at how to say it.
You don't suck. You don't suck. Pronunciation is hard.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna copy and paste it there. It's Sanctuarium Libetad?
Libertad.
Libetad. But you see that sign there, and it looks like it was kind of haphazardly made. But the post itself is actually made out of metal, but the sign is made out of wood. So there's a possibility someone originally ripped it off, and someone had to haphazardly put it back on with something new. You also see a little bit of marks on it, either from a claw mark or a dagger. It's not too sure, but it's from something. But you see all that, and I guess you all...
Is gonna look at the rest of the party and show, what does that mean?
I do not know.
Crow food just followed.
Thank you. Thank you, Crow, for the follow, man.
So true.
Oh!
It's
Yeah.
It's Crow.
With the etiquette of LA yellow mustard.
Yep. You had asked a question, right, Leanne? Right? To the group?
Yeah, she asked what it means.
Okay. Does anybody choose to say anything?
Sorry, what means?
Like, because the
Same.
sign was, you could tell that it was made, like, the post itself is made out of metal, but the sign itself is wood and haphazardly added. Okay.
I'm just gonna say but I do not. I have no clue. But watch this, and then I'm gonna carve a little letter in one of the on part of the wooden part of the sign.
Yep. You do that.
Mm-hmm.
And then everybody else, you guys are all good.
Yep.
Okay. Yep, you guys, I would assume, just make your way through. And as you draw in near, you see the town, and for a wall, it's just fencing. It's really nothing similar to what was in Atheabus. Not this grand kind of wall made out of cobblestone and whatnot. It's just a regular fence that would be used for like cattle. And you could kind of tell it was also just put up probably recently, because there's still areas that the dirt was not put in just yet, and certain spots that still have wooden planks kind of off to the side, kind of like, oh, they were gonna finish that a little bit later.
We done walked into Waynesville.
Yep. You kind of walk in, and right off the bat, the air is different. In Atheabus, that kind of air and tension was more of like busybody, chatter. Think of it kind of like New York, where it feels suffocating at times when you're there. Here, completely different. it feels more warm and welcoming and a lot more happy, which is unusual. And you also see that there's not just normal people. Like, unlike in any other town, you would really notice a predominance of certain groups of people, like whether it's humans, elves, half elves, Ganassis, tieflings, you name it. Here, you see a lot of unusual groups. Like, you see a group of people that they look like tieflings, but there's also something unusual about them at the same time. There's like, at least the group that you would have spotted initially, there's one that does look like a normal tiefling. And then you also notice a dragonborn. Not too tall, but a bit tall of a dragonborn. And you see their kids. One that looks more tiefling-like, and one that looks like it's a mixture between the two. It's very unusual, almost. It's kind of interesting. And then you see a couple other people. You see one family. You see there's a human and what looks like this drow individual. And they have one child who looks fairly young, probably a toddler, and they're kind of holding her between each other. Kind of like how, you have one parent on one side and the other on the other, and they'll be both holding the child's arm and kind of just swinging them back and forth, kind of thing. That is what you see. And the child has somewhat pale skin, similar to the drow, and white hair, but the eyes look kind of human-like, which is so strange. And the more you look, the more you see something so similar to those groups. It's not just one singular race that you see all around. You just see a combination of all of them. And then it's like the name kind of hits at the same time. This place was almost built for people who want to live in peace and harmony and together and not be afraid of what anybody could say, if anything. Now, granted, back in Atheabus, you've seen Crick, a water ganassi, and I forgot to mention this, who has horns, which kind of indicate that one of her parents might have been a tiefling. And while it is unusual a little bit, it was easy to disguise it because the horns looked like ice. It could have almost blended in. But here, it's unique. Everybody seems so happy. No one seems to be upset with anybody. Everybody's just living their lives as they wish to be. And a lot of the town, like I said, just happy. How does everybody feel seeing all that?
Racism is no more.
At least here, yeah. Basically.
Yeah, so Elwyn is going full what's it called? Full
Changeling?
changeling mode 24/7 here.
Yeah, you do that.
There's no
and-
judgment for changelings.
Yeah, you do that, and no one seems to bat an eye. They do take one notice, and then they're kind of just like, whatever, and go about their day. They don't seem to really care.
They really do accept anyone here. How lovely.
Imagine that was like the one thing they're not chill with.
Nah,
They're like, how
Very-
dare you?
nah, they would have been perfect.
She wouldn't be surprised.
They just
She would
get
not be
out.
surprised.
Yeah.
They just scream, "Get out!"
All is welcome, except you. Get the hell out of here.
But yeah, as you keep kind of like walking about, It's not like I said, it's not like a Thevis where you had the town hall area right there and then. You
Hmm.
kind of have to walk for a while before you even find anything that could even hint at being government related. And when you do, it looks like a small castle. Like, not a huge one, just small. Nothing too grand. It almost could have just blended in for another house, but if it wasn't for the fact that you had the columns with the pointed ends and the fact that it's a little bit unusual since all the other houses kind of look close to like huts and are almost built into the hills. Like I said, you could have almost not missed it. But there it stands. What you could guess as like some kind of form of government, or at least that's where people would be. But you do see it only from the side. And if you choose to like move to the other side of it to face it more, there would be this sign that is also in common that just say Sanctuarium Libertad. And you would see a couple people actually even walking in. And these group of people look very much more businesslike. And if you guys want to do, if anybody wants to do insight, they can.
Sure, I'll
Yeah,
do that.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, let me see if I should do that.
Insight. What's my plus?
That is a 21.
Okay.
So true. That
That
is
is a 14.
Okay. So 21, 14.
that's a 2.
Okay, for you, Mar, you're kind of like, okay, those are just people.
Hmm.
Nicely dressed. Could have been just anybody. For you, Leanne, you kind of do gauge maybe those could be some higher official people. Not too sure. But it does remind you a little bit of what the mayor kind of dresses like, just a tad. But even so, in a Theabus, a lot of people kind of dress similar to that, whereas business attire. So these could have just been about anybody in some kind of high position. But for you, Starch, you kind of can tell right away. These are definitely people who govern this type of, like, govern in this kind of building. And those people probably do that kind of work here. And especially from your kind of background, you have heard of this area. You know of at least a couple of the people here. Maybe not personal, but you've seen them. And at least one of these people that is walking through, you've seen them. Not talked to them, but you've seen them before. And the one that you do see is a fire ganassi in this beautiful, like, orange red outfit that just almost kind of screams, I am trying to be royalty kind of vibes.
Beth.
It's fun.
Octavia is going to kind of curtsy and she's going to say hello.
She kind of looks at you and she kind of squints her eyes a little bit. And she kind of just continues walking. But she stops at you, Starch, looks you up and down, and just goes, Royal Guard. Correct?
Indeed, yes.
Hmm.
I am here on behalf of the mayor of Phoebus.
Too far from home, I see. And not from a Thevis.
Alas. Not originally, no.
I can tell. That guard uniform reminds me of Elteron. Especially some of the marks. especially the garbs as well. It's too clean.
I
it's
am
too
indeed a royal guard of Eltreon. Perhaps the last one.
Oh, the last one. Interesting. And what about these people that are with you? They don't seem like they come from there.
Not particularly. We met in Phaebus. We are acting on behalf of the mayor, just going to see if we can calm some of the troubles of the world, as it were.
Of course, more travelers. Always doing things for others. Well, She kind of ponders for a second as she looks back over to the castle region. She's like, Well, you could be of use. All of you could be of use. Since you're with the mayor. The fact that he even would sponsor people, and he looks directly at you, Starch, and she's giving you this kind of like look. And it's a look of like trying to see through you kind of thing. She's trying to gauge you.
Well, Orc has nothing to hide. Or almost nothing, anyway.
Of course. Either way, you guys could be of use. My people would love to know more about what's going on. We've been trying to get a hold of the other cities for almost months now, as we have heard a lot of things about what's going on with Eltron. And you don't have to hide anything. Just don't say anything in front of our people. Please.
Yes, of course.
Thank
We
you.
only barely managed to qualm some rumors in Phaebus on the matter.
Oh, those people, they don't ever seem to think of the greater good of others. I don't know how the mayor does it himself, as he really should be thinking of others and trying to bring peace to Phaebus, but obviously he's not doing a good job. But
He is but one man doing what he's able.
yes, I get that. And I don't blame him. I feel like he should go for a different kind of government body, though. One similar to us, if you might not know. But either way, I would like you guys to follow me. My people would love to.
Very well.
And I would see that no trouble comes from anybody. She kind of just eyes everybody else.
Octavia kind of raises an eyebrow and looks at the rest of the party like, I wonder what she means by that. As if we could be any trouble.
What?
I just wish not for...
No.
I just wish not for
Never.
anything bad to happen. For I don't know how you guys know how we work, but we don't think of just ourselves. We think of each other. We think outside of our own self, as always. If that is too much for anybody, well, we have our ways. And she said that she turns and walks up to the castle area.
Octavia
Yeah, well,
follows,
Orc will follow
not
her.
really knowing much else to do.
Okay. So everybody's just
Yeah,
gonna...
if everyone else is going reluctantly,
Okay.
Kron's gonna.
So you guys all just follow behind her very swiftly as she's walking pretty fast. And as she leads you guys through, the inside is not dark, but it's dim. And since obviously Fire Ganassi, she lights up the area a little bit more. So you instantly can just know where she is at all times. And as she leads you through, she's weaving in between different conjugated groups of people, all of which are talking amongst themselves. And some of them kind of wave at her, but she does not respond back. And she leads you up the stair area. And it's a grand kind of stairs where there's two different areas you can go up. She takes you up through the right-hand side of the stairs. And she keeps going straight on into this much wider area where there's a bunch of seats. And in the center kind of area, there are 6 seats all of which are uniquely designed. You see one that is much more green, has some foliage attached to it. You have another one that looks like it is just pitch black, like it almost could just blend in if everything was dark. A couple others that kind of just look like regular old chairs, but one has a cushion on it, and the other one just a simple chair. That is 1, 2, 3, 4. And you see another one that you could tell that's her chair because it's fiery red and it looks like it was designed to look like and mimic flames at the very top. And the one right next to hers looks very similar to stone. And almost could have just passed as stone anyways. But she leads you down through a area where there are steps to take. She leads you down there and she turns and points to one section of chairs and she's like, "Sit here. I will let the others know that you are here. It will not take very long. And we will discuss matters further, okay?"
Very well then.
Octavia nods and sits down. She's one of those people that, like, when she sits, she kind of like smooths out her skirt.
Yeah. Okay. You guys all do that. And she turns and she goes onto the other side of where the circle of chairs are. And there seems to be like another door that she can go through. And she does. And after a moment, a group of other people come through. And followed with her is another fairly tall individual. And he almost looks like an Earth Ganassi, but he also doesn't. And behind all of them, as they come forward and are circling around to be seen, you see another one who is a wood elf. But an interesting thing about her is that she has horns that almost look like branches. And it's hard to tell if they're actual horns or not. But they kind of do. One that's following next to her is a drow as well. And then with him is a regular human. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then it's hard to see this little one, but there follows a halfling who is barely kind of keeping up with the others. He's doing his best. He has little legs.
Oh.
But they're all dressed very nicely in their own kind of way. Some looking very much more business-like, others kind of casual. The poor little halfling is still trying to fix his outfit a little bit because he wasn't expecting to be talking to others so quickly. But they all stand in front of you, looming over you guys, kind of almost blocking out the direct light that was coming through at the very top. And the tall giant person kind of looks down at y'all and just goes, "Why did you bring us to these people? What is their business? You said this was important." And the Fire Ganassi looks at him and just goes, "Well, obviously you can't tell there, but one of them is from El Tehran, the very city we've been trying to get in contact with. Duh!" And the poor drow's just like, "Madam, please don't raise your voice. We don't need to do this. He just couldn't tell. He doesn't have his glasses on. You know that. He can't see very well." And she looks over at him, leaning over. "Well, he needs to put his glasses back on faster. Okay? I get it. He can't see close up. Maybe back up a little bit. But the poor little, not little, but poor giant person just sighs. He's like, come on. It's too late in the day to be fighting over nothing. He sighs again. He's just like, fine. Who's the one that's from Elteron?
Orc raises his hand.
Ah, I should have realized that. Because you're dressed in the Royal Guards outfit from what I can tell. And he's squinting. Ma'am, I feel like this could have just waited until tomorrow. Let him sleep here. We have the rooms. Come on, please.
This could have been a Zoom meeting.
Yeah. We could have waited until tomorrow. I was getting ready to leave. Well, I was getting ready to come here. Because I feel like this was a perfect time. This is a great time to talk to them. Ask them what's been going on. You've been curious. Hell, oi, Key, you've been curious. As soon as she says Key, the wood elf just kind of goes, what? Yes, I was curious. How'd you know? The water genasi just looks back and is like, you talk to your little wood creatures all the time. You're not quiet. She kind of just looks away. Like, oh shit. Hold on.
Just having the popcorn.
Oh, my cat being dumb. But
Yeah, I must reiterate, Octavia is airhead / affectionate. Like, she will lick a hand. Like,
but they start to die down on the bickering. But the poor giant is just like, okay. We'll get enough information, and then can we let them sleep here? Farganasi's just like, fine. That's fine by me. But I want to at least know some things first. Kind of looks over, he's like, fine, okay. Whatever. He looks at you, Oric, he's like, I am so sorry for her. Hot-tempered as always. As he says that, he gets a punch. He does not care. But, yes, we are curious. We've been trying to send messages to Eltron, and we've received nothing. It's frustrating to say the least. Can you tell us anything? Anything at all? Status of anybody?
Well, I'm afraid that as of several years ago, Eltreon has fallen. It is currently under the control of a massive group of bandits. The king and queen are dead, their children dead, the daughter may be alive, I can only hope so.
And as you say that, all of their faces kind of just drop a little bit, and they all kind of look down. Even the fire genasi, her face kind of saddens. And the little halfling speaks up. He's just like, oh, that's the worst thing we wanted to hear, but I guess it's our answer. I mean, if the daughter is still alive, maybe she can take rule again. That's only a hope. Maybe a prayer. Who knows?
Yes, well, truth be told, I could aspire to nothing more than to see those scum chased out of the city and the princess brought back to the throne.
Key just looks up at you and is just like, I remember going there a couple of times. I've flown there a couple of times as well. And you also kind of notice she has like a little necklace that resembles that of like a claw. And she kind of grips a hold of it. She's like, I could barely see much of what was going on there. It's like everything was on fire, but they were trying to make sure nothing was burning down. Oh, it's so tragic. And then the giant just kind of goes, well, at least we know that now. We can try and do what we can. Maybe send people. We really don't have much, to be honest. But even with that, it was a little bit easy. To the point that just about anything could have been easy, but this is just horrible.
Indeed.
And over time, the fire ganassi, her flames kind of rise up a little bit more. She's like, whoever these fuckers are, I want to kill them. I want them to burn for what they've done. The royal family. And as she's about to continue, the frost giant puts his hand on her and is just like, relax. Relax, Nyx. It's fine. You don't need to let your anger consume you again. The most we can do is maybe ask the gods. And before he even finishes that, she swipes his hand off of her and she looks at him and is just like, the gods? What gods? They're not doing anything to help us. They should have. What gods is going to help us now? We've been asking every single one. All of them. None of the seers can help us. None of the clerics can help us. They all get the same response. You have to wait. When is waiting going to be done? We have to stop waiting. We have to start doing stuff now. Before it's too late. And she said that she walks over to her chair and just slumps down into it. She just looks very defeated.
Octavia is going to very gently stand up and kind of walk over to her and go, is it alright if I hold your shoulder?
You can, but I can't promise that my flames won't hurt you. But I can try and dim them. And she does. She dims the fire that was on her to where it looks like it could be safe to touch.
Octavia is going to very delicately touch like her shoulder and her upper back and just kind of comfort her.
Yeah. You do that and you don't feel any burning sensation, but your hand becomes very warm. But like I said, it doesn't hurt.
Okay.
But as you're doing that, the human comes forward a little bit. He's just like, well, like I said, we know it now. We could try and send people. We could try recruiting others. Hell, we know of a couple people that could. I mean, you know the one guy, and as he says that, the giant puts his hand on his face to stop him from talking. It's like, we are not asking him for the last time, Will. No. We're never asking him. Ever. You hear me? You need to stop with that. And as he finishes, he lets go. And poor Will just looks sad underneath. He's like, damn it. And he goes and sits into his chair. The poor giant, he's just like, I'm sorry for him. He gets so excited when he thinks we can ask someone else for help. But he always asks for the wrong guide, and it's not a good idea. We need to figure something out. If anything, for the time being, we'll let you guys stay here. We'll come up with something tomorrow. our council meeting is tomorrow. Our major one. That's where we decide on what we are going to be doing now. If we get enough support, maybe, just maybe, we can come up with a plan. If most of our people don't want to, then there's really not much we can do. We're so tied with trying to be happy and peaceful all the time that it's a little bit hard to do at times. Especially when you know what you want to do, but you can't. And we're not allowed to go above anybody else's needs. Not even our own.
I understand that. In any case, thank you for your hospitality, and I promise you, as soon as I have the strength and the resources, I will see Altreon liberated or die trying.
That is much appreciated, friend. Well, either way. And he looks over at the halfling. He's like, hey, buddy, how about you go help these people to some rooms? You know exactly which ones to go for. And the halfling kind of smiles. He's like, oh, those rooms get used! Woo! And he's just like, okay, you guys gotta follow me because these rooms are awesome! You guys are gonna love it, and there's enough for all of you. These are literally the best rooms ever. Not many people get to use these. Usually only high priority people. But at the moment, we don't have those people at the moment. And I don't mean, oh wait. And he's as soon as he says that, he realizes what he said. He's like, oh, shit. That's not what I meant. I'm sorry. He feels so bad.
No offense taken, it's quite alright.
He's like, when we say important people, we mean like those from the cities, the villages, the towns, all of them. They get these rooms. Usually travelers don't get these rooms. But we don't have anybody like that at the moment who's coming through. So you guys get it. So come on, come follow me. I'll show you to them. These are amazing, absolutely gorgeous beds, soft as pillows known to man, and oh my goodness, the lights. So we know so many good artificers through here. They managed to make lights that you could turn off on your own, and they come back. I don't know what they're called, but they're awesome. And he's so excited to show you these. And he's kind of
Maybe they could
motioning.
just be called lights.
Hell yeah!
Yeah.
Octavia's matching his energy. She's fucking bouncing. She's like, automatic lights!
Yeah. He's just like, okay, come on.
In this economy?
Yeah. But he's like, come on, come early. You gotta see these rooms. And I don't know how some of you guys feel or what, but if you need something in a different color, we might have it. I can't guarantee much. We are very limited in colors of stuff. But it'll work. It'll work, I promise.
Octavia, the shittest eating screen you've ever seen goes, how are you guys on pink?
Yeah. We have pink. There's not a whole lot of it, but we have
She's literally like bouncing up and down. She's like, yes!
it. Yep. So it's a little bit easier. So yeah. He leads you out of the large room, and as you guys do leave, you hear the others murmuring with each other a little bit. But it gets distant and quieter the further away you go from it. And as you do, Leanne. You there, Leanne?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Okay.
I said yes. Did it not go through?
No, I heard an
No, I didn't hear
I heard
anything.
an S.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
It's okay. Can you give me a perception check real quick?
Of course. That is a 14.
Okay. Then yeah, as you pass through, you see a lot of people still leaving about, and you're still like high up on the second level of this spot, and you look over and you see a lot of people kind of leaving, still chit-chatting, but at the same time you faintly see a little bit of a glow of something. But as soon as you see it, it's gone. And you're
Oh no.
not too sure what it could be. I mean, it didn't feel bad. It actually felt more warm and happy and joy than anything. But you're just not too sure where it went. But even so, you guys continue on, and the little halfling shows you all the rooms, and he's not wrong. All the rooms, like I said, they have these weird automatic lights that you can turn on and turn off, and the beds look so fucking comfy. Like, you sit on it, you get engulfed, kind of, like, comfy. And there's desk in each one, there's a bookshelf filled with different kinds of books, each one kind of different from each room, and it's not specific either. It's like one room will have books that are like close to children's books almost, another one that looks more close akin to like sword history, another one relating to magic, so on and so forth. It's like kind of almost kind of specific, but not at the same time. Because then you come across some that are just like, there's magic, a little bit of history, a children's book as well, and that's a weird book. Never mind, we're not going to look at that book. But yeah, he leads you all to different rooms, and he's just like, you guys can pick any of the rooms you would like. They're all basically kind of similar to each other. And I know for you, you want pink. I will make sure that one of the others sends it up to you, okay? I'll make sure of that. But yeah, if you guys ever do need anything, we have a lot of guards that kind of walk through the halls at times. So there'll always be one every 2 hours, roughly. Last time I timed it, they might have changed it. But it's every 2 hours that they come through. So if you ever never need anything, you might see one.
Alright, thank you kindly.
No problem. Also, I know a lot of us didn't get to introduce you, but the Fire Ganassi, that is Nyx. She's a hothead, but she's confident in what she says. We also, the one who is calming her is our Frost Giant. How did his name go again? I keep forgetting. I know he has his other name. Well, yeah, he also likes going by Wolfguard as well. Yeah, Wolfguard. That's his other name that he likes going by. Just because it's simpler, because its giant name is really complicated at times. The wood elf, you knew her. Her name's Key. Spelled literally like a key. Key. Her parents are not original. The drow, his name was... What's his name again? Ravine. Ravine is what he likes to go by. I thought he had another name. But I think it's Ravine. Yeah. Yeah, that's the name. And he kind of is counting on his fingers a little bit. He's like, right. And you met Will, the human. And then there's me. I'm James.
Oh, pleasure to meet you.
Yes. If you ever still need anything, some of us will be around. I won't. I have my home. But, like I said, if you need anything, guards are here. Downstairs to the right, there's a kitchen. Typically, you can just go in there whenever you want. But you also got to be careful at times, because there might be a chef or two just there. They're weird. They like staying over sometimes. But that's about it. Everything else is private, everything. So you don't really have to leave. But yeah, we will be back tomorrow. Early in the sunrise, too. I hate it. But it has to be done. You gotta do council meetings. But yeah, I hope we get to hear more from you guys, especially about what all has been happening. Especially, you, and he points at you. You, Oryx?
Auric,
Correct?
yes.
Yes. Especially you. I know a lot of us, especially me included, we're kind of curious on what has been happening and how you escaped. But that would be for later. Because obviously everybody's tired. And he looks out at the windows. He's like, oh, sun's going down. Yeah, we need sleep. But yeah, I will leave you guys be, and I'm gonna head out. And as he finishes that, he scurries off. So yeah, guys are just now left there on the hallway, looking over near a balcony.
Hotel room. It's just Pitbull hotel room on loop in her brain. She's like, oh my god.
Mhm.
Well, shall we retire for the evening?
I think that'd be a good idea.
Yes.
And she's going to excitedly like look through the room.
Yeah, like I said, a lot of the rooms are very similar to each other. Big, nice, comfy bed, a desk area to work on, bookshelf. Some have rugs, others don't. Some have, uh, what are they? Like dressers. Others just have large, like, I can't remember what they're called. It's like, what are those? They're not. They're not dressers, but they stand upright. What are they called? I can't remember.
Wardrobes.
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 Yes. There's like at least one or two rooms that have wardrobes on them. Both different kinds of woods as well. One is a darker wood, the other one's a lighter wood as well. But each room is fairly laid out the same, just with different items in them. So yeah. Yep, that's where you guys kind of just are at now. You guys go into your own rooms, kind of just relax a little bit, and it's very nice. The air is calm. You almost feel like a pool to sleep. Not in a bad way, but like in a, yeah, I'm very tired. I've been traveling for a while kind of pool. And as you guys kind of get into sleep,
Actually, Orc would like to do something before bed.
okay, yeah, what would you like to do?
I would like to draw one card from the deck of wonder.
Okay, yeah.
Ooh.
Let me look up how the deck.
Here, I have
I will be
rules
there
for it
to
pulled up here.
watch, unless you are doing it in the privacy of your own room.
Anyone else who would like to come draw one is more than welcome to.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Oh
sure.
yeah.
Alright, so
I'll
first question
draw.
is, here, let me just send you the link here. Is this the 13 card variant or 22?
Uh. I am not too sure. Let me.
22. 22.
I would say probably. It doesn't even show. Let me. Deck of Wonder, Deck of Wonder, where are you?
Did the link I sent you work?
Yeah, I just actually had to go and find it.
Ah, okay.
Does it say? Most of these decks only have 13 cards, but rest have 32. I would say this has 13 cards.
Okay, that's fair. So, who would like to go first?
I was
I'll
thinking
go first.
because you're the one who's. Oh, okay.
No,
Okay,
no,
if
no.
you'd like to.
Actually, no. The other that makes more sense for Auric to go first, actually,
Okay,
because
so
they have it on them.
I do not have a 13-sided die, so let me Google one here. Okay, so that is a 13, which means it is mischief.
Mischief.
Which means you receive an uncommon wondrous item chosen by the DM, or you can draw 2 additional cards.
Okay.
So, obviously we don't have to figure out what it is this session, but I would like the item.
Okay. Yeah, I can definitely do that.
Yeah.
Appears in one of those like. Since we don't know what it is right now, it appears in one of those like stupid cheap plastic egg things which you put in water to make it grow into what it is.
Yeah. Okay. So you draw
the
that.
Alright, so
little, the
Kron, you
little
wanna go next?
dinosaurs. Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm gonna.
those things.
I'll just
Yeah.
draw the one card.
Okay, I can go ahead and roll that for you. That is day. Let me see what that does. You gain a +1 bonus to saving throws until the end of your next long rest.
Oh,
Oh, that's very
how
useful.
useful!
I'll count it for the next time. Not this time, but the next time. That way you actually can use it.
Yeah.
Thank
If
you.
you make any saving throws, of course.
Yeah.
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 Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna happen in the
Because
middle of the
we have
night, and then I'm
not
gonna be
really
like,
had any
damn.
combat, per se.
Alright, who next?
I'll draw a card. Why not? Seems like
Okay, you actually got the same thing.
Wait, is it even possible to get?
Yeah, it flies back into the thing. I'm pretty sure. Right?
Yeah, like, unless you draw the mystery card, which isn't in the 13-card variant, it immediately goes back into the deck. So that can happen.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
I'll draw another.
Okay, sure. Why not? That is 2, which is night. And that is... You now have 300 feet of dark vision for 8 hours.
Oh, fuck's sake.
Good luck sleeping, buddy.
Exactly. I can see through my eyelids. The room is blinding and the lights are off. The moon is the
Perhaps I
sun.
can- Perhaps I could bring you some migraine glasses if you asked.
I would see through those as well.
Alas. Octavia, would you like to draw one?
Yes, please.
Alright. That is actually the same result. Do you want me to just roll again for that?
If possible, just for variety.
Yeah, sure.
I'm dead.
Okay, please give me a different result this time. Okay. It was on yet another night, but let me see. 5.
That's funny. It went day and night and night.
Says dusk.
Day, night, night.
Yeah.
That is Lock. So you can now cast Knock 3 times.
Oh, that's really cool.
Yeah,
Ooh.
So no deadline.
and no time limit on that. Just you can
So you
you
just
have
get
3.
essentially
Three
casts of that.
charges.
Knock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can use intelligence, wisdom, or charisma.
That's really powerful.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Which I don't actually know if that matters for anything because it doesn't ask for an attack roll or
No,
a saving
it
throw or
not.
anything.
It just opens literally any lock or any door or any blah blah blah.
Yeah. Although it is very
Plus,
loud.
Everyone nearby
Yeah.
hear it.
Everyone in 300 feet can hear it.
Yes.
Now all of China knows you're here.
All right. So unless anyone else would like to draw more cards, I think that's good.
You could, and here's a fun and unique way of using it. Just use it randomly 3 times to make someone very annoyed.
I
Keep
mean,
them from sleeping.
You have to go to the bathroom. They're like, occupied? Nah.
Yeah, that opens the door. That opens the door.
Oh boy.
It's like, oops, I locked myself out of my room. Let me break everyone's eardrums.
You can like put it on
go,
on
see?
cuffs though and stuff, right?
Which one?
He goes like, oopsie tee.
Yeah. After that, I'll probably head to the bed.
Yep, same here.
Okay. Yep. So you all go to bed, and the night is rather calming. You sleep very well.
Except for me.
Wow. Yeah. Yours is a little bit difficult.
I see everything.
You say that.
I can see through my skeleton's masks.
You say that.
You're like, I should have never drawn that damn card.
But can you do something for me?
Yeah.
This one will definitely be easy, so I'm giving you advantage on this. Perception check. Like I said,
That's an 11.
with advantage?
Yeah.
Okay. You...
I have a +0, I believe.
Ah. But yep, you... In this whole debacle you got yourself into, where it's so difficult to sleep, it's damn near impossible, you, for a faint second, see glitter kind of going past. And for a moment, you're just like, oh, that's little. That's whatever. But at the same time,
Bloody eye floaters.
but at the same time, it's almost like going up, and then it goes down a little bit. It looks like it's making a figure 8, and then
They're in focus for me.
But-
My eye floaters.
yeah. But at one point it stops. And you feel this intenseness of I'm being stared at. But at the same time you're kind of tired. You're just kind of like, maybe it's my imagination.
It's
By
like,
the way,
the Hat Man's back at it again.
I just want to mention
Mhm.
that next week's session, I will be able to attend if there is. Oh wait, no, there is nothing next week because
That'd be week after next.
what's it called?
Christmas.
Yeah. Week after next, I will not be available.
Well, yeah, I'm not
Then
gonna
Week
be.
after that, I should be, because I'm flying home on the 5th.
Nice.
So I should be home on the 6th and
Okay.
be able to attend.
Yeah, that is all good. Yep, you go through all that and you kind of ignore it. And you ignoring it basically makes it go away. And you kind of just see it go down to the left. And you don't see it again for the rest of the evening.
Like, I notice it, but I don't pay it any mind.
Yeah, it also could tell that you're so done. You're tired, but you're trying to sleep.
Or maybe
3 a.m.
But
Speaking
time
of
for
3
the-
a.m.,
Oh boy, 3 a.m.
yep, I think I will wrap it up there for everybody. And I will also say,
Yeah,
level
sounds
up.
good.
yo, level up.
Nice.
Level up.
It's 18 past 3 at night. Why are the
Oof.
roasted pistachios bag on my desk calling to me like the fucking Green Goblin mask? You know you want to. Eat it. Eat it. You've already got a stomachache. You've been drinking blue
What you been drinking?
soda, and you've already eaten another one of them today. An entire 300-gram packet today.
Drown your problems in
You're gonna
pistachio.
be more
Pistachio.
pistachio than person by the end of the evening.
My blood iron is finally recovering. I'm
But-
not anemic anymore after that.
But yep, I'm going to end stream. And then you guys
Bye,
can level
chat.
up.
Love and appreciate.
Level 4, whoa.
Yeah. You guys get to be level 4.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Next level, I can summon more guards.
Yeah, guards. Yeah. But
That's totally what they are.
yeah.
I mean, you can't well walk through a civilized city with a bunch of skeletons, can you?
But yep. I will go in end stream. I will be back.
Next stream.
Woo. Thanks for being with us, stream.
Bye, stream.
And thank you to Crow for following.
Love
So
Crow.
true.
Oops. And that is it for the session. We got through so much, and I am so happy that we got through so much. Holy crap. That was absolutely amazing. Thank you to my players. Thank you to Crow for following. Holy crap, you scared the shit out of me there because I have Twitch alerts on. But yes, thank you so much for everybody who stopped by and watched. Thank you to those who are watching the VOD up on YouTube. But yep, thank you so fucking much, everybody, for watching and supporting us. We got through so much. I am so happy my players got to fucking level up, and we got to things that I was not prepared for. I love it. I love getting rid of things at the same time. Kind of deal. And it's like, oh, sweet, this is awesome. We get to do shit that no one else is asking for. And yeah, this was entirely, most of it was improv, a lot of it was not. But yep, I am very happy that my players had so much fun. Like I said, thank you so much again for everything. It's been almost 4 hours. I wanted to start early to give everybody a chance. Especially since we have at least one person here who is in another country. To note, we are not going to be having stream on the 23rd of this month. We're not going to do that. We're going to try and aim for the 30th. That way we can have one more stream before the end of the year, because I would love to have that. I don't want to go too long without giving you guys a stream. So yep, check back with us on December 30th for another stream. Because like I said, we are not going to be having stream on the 23rd because that is at least 2 days before Christmas. And also, I want to say Merry Christmas to everybody who celebrates Christmas. Happy Hanukkah to those who celebrate Hanukkah. Happy Yuletide to those who celebrate Yule. And to every other holiday in the month of December, I wish you the happiest and the greatest holiday to you. And to those who do not celebrate either or, I hope your day is wonderful. I hope your 25th goes smoothly, and I hope those who want snow gets fucking snow, okay? And I hope to see everybody back on the 30th. I know one of my players did say that she might be not partaking in the campaign for much longer. Me and her are going to work on what to do, because I want her to go out very nicely, and we're going to figure something out. And like I said, I'm very happy I got to bring Spire on board for this one, because that is extremely weird that I like adding characters. And no, Evelyn, I'm not bringing Eliza into this. No, we are not doing that. I'm going to hint at someone who's similar to Eliza. Not Eliza herself. No, we don't do that here. Except for when I choose to. I'm more emotionally attached to Spire and Crick. Eliza is also my baby. I'm slowly getting attached. But either way, I hope everybody enjoyed. This was absolutely so much fun. I'm so happy I got to improvise a little bit there at the end, because I did not have all of that I had written down. But either way, this went surprisingly well. And yeah, I hope everybody enjoys. Like I said, see you back on the 30th. And I hope everybody has a Merry Christmas, Happy Yuletide, Happy Hanukkah, happy everything, any religion anybody celebrates. And I hope everybody has a wonderful evening, morning, afternoon, whenever the fuck you see this. Love y'all. I am out. Solely out.